actually do it though?
How
Like,
often?
If there's...
Yeah.
Right?
I bet they do it at like the Renaissance Fair.
Sure.
I wonder if they're a huge Renaissance fair.
Their official
state.
state food is the turkey leg.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
It's a Scotch
Yep.
egg, but
And
shittily
monkey
made.
tails. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Monkey tails. Also, hello YouTube. We just went on the air. I totally did.
What's up, YouTube?
Moving right along.
Here's another great fact. Did you know that it would take 1,200,000 mosquitoes, each sucking one time, to completely drain the average human's blood?
Yeah, of course I knew that. Everybody knows that, Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my bad.
Yeah,
I
what the
thought I had
fuck,
it there.
man?
And then I guess my final weird fact for the evening is your brain, everybody's brain,
What?
is
Ours?
literally eating themselves.
What?
It's a
Sorry,
process
it's what?
called phagocytis, where cells envelop and consume smaller cells or molecules to remove them from the system. Your brain is eating itself right now.
Wow.
I don't like it.
What color? What
Yep.
flavor Fago is it?
I'm gonna guess root beer.
Nice.
Hell yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll eat that.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Give me a lick. Give me a lick of that root beer brain.
Give me a lick.
But-
Give me a
But more importantly, hey, as I sit back and relax for this one, Dio, anything weird happen to you?
Wow.
As he eats in.
Wow. I mean, I'm in the middle of doing some technical shit to fix some things real
Oh.
quick because
my bad.
I was told that I need to take the YouTube chats off of the screen because of Twitch bullshit.
That's right. That is right.
Really?
Yes, apparently.
Which gets mad if they can see YouTube chats.
I think so. Yeah, they're doing some weird.
Now
big-
So
they are,
dumb.
So
So
Twitch,
dumb.
you're getting the primo position from now on.
Sorry, YouTube.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what? I'd like to know, chat. Anything weird happen to you guys? You've been
Yeah,
gone
hit us
for,
with some
for a
weird
full
shit.
week. Yeah, I'd like to know what's been going on. Was it weird?
I shouldn't be seeing. That's right. You're on there now, Daskim.
But we see
We're
you.
all. I'm fiddled and faddled. We're fuddled.
You guys,
Hmm?
you know the like oblique strategies decks of cards?
No.
It's
Mr.
Brian,
Duffy,
you know,
we are going to
It's something.
tonight.
That's all right. We have not done
Sorry.
it yet. Sorry. That's YouTube chat.
What haven't we
See?
done?
The moment I mentioned YouTube, they showed up. They're here. They're here. They're coming. No, Twitch, don't be mad. No. Wait, sorry.
Yeah, man.
What were we talking about?
Getting kicked off. Oh, I was just oblique strat. It's like a deck of cards. It's Brian Eno made it and some other dude, where it's like when you're stuck while you're recording, you pull a card and they all say like,
Mm-hmm.
embrace the mistakes or whatever. But I found a thing that's like that. That's called healthy pursuits. Do you guys have a problem you need solved? I'll read you from the answers on one of these cards.
Okay. All right, guys, hit them with your fucking thing. Oh,
Or just think about something that you're struggling with, and I'll give you a few suggestions to lean on. You know, process these and think about how they help you with your issue.
Mm-hmm.
Fluoridation of drinking water. Hammer malleus. Gently protect the head and limbs from striking the floor or furniture. There you go. That's helpful for
That
you tonight.
one of those did help me a lot.
Wow.
Good.
Okay.
I'm glad.
Okay.
I'm glad.
That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
That's pretty cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. I like to help when I can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Fun fact: I was using
Harold, you were gonna say your business like your business or like none ya.
none. Yeah. Oh my! Sorry, guys. I should have done this pre-stream, but then
And then it wouldn't be a stream of yours, you know?
right.
We got to go through this.
True. Can't just run clean. Papa TV on Twitch and YouTube.
That's right. That's right. That is correct. Twitch
Mr.
and the Tube.
Oh, wait a second, Mr. Duffy, you've changed your name. You were someone else before.
Oh no.
You were. Is Mr. Duffy Foot Clan?
Maybe. Are they
But
messing
yeah,
with
Duffy,
us?
are
I
you
was
in the
in
Foot
chat.
Clan?
Because I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yep,
Foot Clan.
yep.
Yeah. Because I remember him last stream talking about how he lost his cat the same day I lost my dog. And
Brutal.
It's brutal. I feel for you, dude.
I'm sorry, dude.
Brutal.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, YouTube. Blame Twitch or just come to Twitch and then you could be on the screen. You're not allowed, apparently. Fuck it. But I'm looking. I'm watching. I'm watching. I'm always watching. Okay, sorry. Did I do
We're
anything
always
weird this
watching.
week? Is that the question? 5-10 minutes later?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll totally get to the news at some point. Let me think, because it's hard for me to tell what's weird, these days, especially in the world we live in, But I don't know if it's weird. But this week I launched a different YouTube channel for Chef to Chef. It's a show I've been producing for a little while. And we've been making it for 6 months, going around talking with chefs of all stripes, Michelin star, James Beard Award winners, all this stuff. But we did one episode, right, where we were basically we went to this restaurant that I didn't even know existed. It was an interesting building that it was in. It was clear that the restaurant had just moved in. And it was kind of like this brick building, windowless. Jim, you're in the Austin area like me. It was like way in that southeast area where you kind of start losing most of the density, and it starts to get as you go towards the highways and start getting out towards Manor and stuff. And so we went down there, the crew and I, to this very boxy brick building. We were supposed to meet the chef there to do the show. And when we got there, we wanted to get in. We had a bunch of equipment, but we couldn't find the door. So I'm producing. So usually it's my job to go in and be the point man there. So I kind of circled the building and kind of in the back, what I would think was the back, facing away from the road, which, mind you, it was a little bit of a dirt road kind of leading all the way. And then we had to pass a gate, more like a fence. It was like a fence. And there was barbed wire on it. But anyway, we went in, and I found the door, and it was just this plain white door. It looked like some sort of signage was on it beforehand, but it had I don't know, kind of rusted at the door. When you leave a little rust trail. It was like a metal sign or something.
Yeah, it sounds like a hip restaurant so far.
I mean, listen, primo location.
Really?
Anyway, we go in, and I'm knocking on the door. I'm knocking on the door. I didn't go in yet. Knock, and it feels it's like a pretty solid door, not like these flimsy doors you get now at the Home Depot. It's like a real steel door, ding, 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 ding kind of door. Nice. And I sit and I wait for a minute, and I'm like, well, I'm supposed to meet the chef here. Nothing happens, goes by. I go back to my camera guy. He's waiting. He's got his gear coming out of his car, and then all of a sudden I hear zoom, and I turn around. Turns out this door was kind of like a sliding door mechanism thing. I mean, pretty cool for a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So I go back over there, and I see what I think is the chef. I didn't know much about the chef Really,
Sure.
like another person on the crew had arranged this meeting, this interview, this episode. They'd done all the legwork. I'm just there to show up with the cameraman. Eventually the host was going to get there. So I get up there and I'm like, hey, I'm Dio. I'm here with the production crew. And let me tell you, I always thought chefs usually like erred on the like bigger side, because they like their own food and they eat, it's like
Sure.
they always I always thought they were a little bit bigger. Razor thin, this dude. Okay, razor thin, pretty tall, mostly bald, I would say. He was wearing like some pretty cool like glasses. They were almost like goggles, but they were like super little and they kind of came out to here.
Okay.
It was almost like it was like a night vision situation, but this
Weird.
was broad daylight at the time. But he was like, "Yes, come in. I was expecting you." And all right, cool. So I walk in and I immediately realized why he might have been wearing the goggles, and maybe they were night vision. Dark as hell in there, okay? An immediate staircase. Like, I nearly fall down, okay?
Dang.
And I don't know what he was cooking, but when we got to the bottom, I guess the restaurant, it was like directly into the kitchen, and the kitchen is like underground. Because I got in there and it was like a kind of a non-traditional kitchen. There was just these giant vats, and I could hear like maybe he was cooking like chili or something. I didn't really get any info from my guy about the kind of cuisine or anything like that. And this guy's Chef Vlad. His name, sorry, I didn't mention his name is Chef Vlad.
Sure.
He wasn't really forthcoming. He kind of was. I mean, honestly, he was well far ahead of me. Before I even really could get my bearings. Anyway, so I'm hearing the bubbling. And the smell was, interesting. Okay. We do a lot of avant-garde restaurants, like forefront of new American cuisine. And even though this was chili, I think it was chili, it was like, I don't know.
Texas makes sense.
Right. And I've had a lot of, Texas chili parlors got a bunch of weirdo chilies. So who am I to say?
Yeah, of course.
But for whatever reason, there was like a bubbling, and I think I saw like some bones floating in the vat. Yeah, probably for extra flavor.
Broth going.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
absolutely.
It's probably fine.
Let the marrow seep in a little bit.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm following through and I'm going past these vats, and he's like, "Okay, this one's yours." And I'm like, "What?" And he indicates, Chef Vlad indicates to a vat, and I'm like, "Oh." And so I look and it's like empty. I was like, "Well, I'm sorry, but like, I thought he was giving me something to eat." I was like, "What?"
Sure.
And he's like, "This one is yours." And I was like, "Well, how am I supposed to eat anything here?" He's like, "No. Get inside. You'll see." And,
Okay.
Who am I to judge? So I crawl into the vat, and I'm sitting there for like maybe 30 seconds before Vlad comes over with a bucket and starts just dumping gravy. I think it was gravy, like in the vat. Okay.
Sounds a little sexy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little hard, but not.
All right. All right.
Anyway, so so he starts dumping in the gravy, and I'm kind of like waiting for a spoon. I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? And he's like, no, your hands. And I'm like, my hands? And I'm like, okay. So I scoop in some of the gravy. Now, obviously, like, it was mixing with anyway, I was wearing clothes, so there was some a little bit there, but I'm not.
You're personalizing the gravy a little bit.
Yeah, I guess that was part of the experience.
That's a word
so anyway,
for you, yeah.
I licked the gravy off of my fingers, and guys, when I tell you, it was the best. I mean, it wasn't really gravy. I don't know how to describe it. It tasted like an early morning this is gonna sound gross, but it's the feeling, okay?
Okay.
Tasted
I'm with you.
like an early morning blowjob, you wake
Not where
up.
I thought you were going.
Yeah, just like a euphoric, like almost orgasmic.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe. Like it was umami and salty, but also a little sweet and spicy, and there was maybe a bit of bitterness. You know, it tasted like the opposite of Malort. Maybe I should put it in DOTV terms. It tasted like the direct opposite of Malort. You know, like if Malort touched
You're
it,
supposed to know how early in the morning.
yeah. How early are we talking about? Like 8:30, 8:43 a.m. You know, like not so late that you fucked your day up, but you know, not too early that you're upset you're awake. You know,
But close.
Yeah, you're on the edge.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, you know, now I'm really flavoring the gravy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
Okay, yeah.
And he was like, Vlad came over and he's like, you like?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, yeah, I do. And I noticed that, like, I guess maybe I was in like a fugue state. You know, like sometimes you eat and you don't realize how much you've eaten, but like the gravy was basically gone. And I was feeling very full. But so I was like, Vlad, do you mind if I just take a little nap here? Because you know the seating, the cold. I guess it was a cauldron, you would call it. It's pretty comfortable. And he's like, you know, Vlad's like, yes. And so I took a little nap. And you know that as a producer does when they get on set.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Eat the food, take a nap. Hope everyone else shows up and does their job.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And then I woke up suddenly to my camera guy slapping me on the face. He says he was slapping me for minutes, but you know, I didn't really even feel the one that woke me up. I just woke up. And he said, the interview's over. And I said, really? And he was like, yeah, you know, like we're all done. We got to get out of here. I was like, okay. And so, but it turned out I was like sitting at like a booth. I woke up like in a booth, and we were at a Denny's. So I don't know. Yeah, it was very, but anyway, I'll never forget that gravy. Yeah, anyway, so that was about it.
Neither will I now.
I don't know if that was weird at all, but there you go. That's what I did this week.
Yeah, that was very weird of you. Yeah.
I'm excited about watching the Chef to Chef episode where he's interviewing the chef at a Denny's.
Yeah, that's going to That's episode 3.141516.
I didn't invent the Grand Slam, but you know, I can make it. I fry these 2 eggs, you know.
Listen.
With a pancake next to them.
You know. Anyway, that was what we did weird this week. Well, we're about to give you an extra special XXL double size Oreo double stuffed version of Oops All News this week in Weird. I should have addressed this in the other screen. Mr. Duffy asked a very important question. Why do they call it chili when it's best served hot and usually spicy? I agree. I don't know. Does anyone have the etymology on that? Is it because of chili peppers? And why do they call them chili peppers if they're not cold? Why do they call them spicy peppers?
I don't know. Maybe they're from
great
Chile.
point.
I don't know.
You guys are not as interested as me. Fine. We'll move along.
Well, I thought you were doing a bit until you turned on the peppers, because I feel like it's apparent that it's named after the peppers.
All right.
Yeah.
But why are the peppers called that then?
I don't know.
Everybody, both of you are fiendishly
never-
looking this up.
I am, and it's because the word chili
I am looking it up
comes
right
from.
Uh-huh.
It's from an old Aztec language where it means pepper.
It's a really
It's pepper.
Oh. Wait, well, why
it's just they're different words, I think, is the answer. If you want an honest answer.
Yeah,
Chili and chili are unrelated etymologically.
That's upsetting. That never happens.
Why they're spelled so different.
That's why there should be no words that sound the same but mean different things.
No homonyms.
No
homonyms.
No hominids. No homonyms.
That's the weekly weird promise.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Are you ready? They were
so
just
ready.
called chilies by
I'm
the
so ready.
Aztecs because that just means pepper, so it was a
Right.
chili.
Sure.
Europeans came,
Sure.
they tasted it, and they went, "Oh, this is hot. It's got a pungent taste similar to black pepper," so they called it peppers. And then when they found out that they were
I
called
see.
chilies, they went, "Ah, yes, chili peppers."
Got it. So once
There you
again,
go.
the
Classic.
colonizers ruined something that was
Classic.
perfectly straightforward before.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. Yeah,
What
they
we
called the
learned.
people Indians wrongly, and they called
Why
the
is it called
peppers
chili
peppers.
conquistadors?
That's right. Down with the homonyms. The chilies became peppers, and the Native Americans became Indians. Okay, good work, Spaniards.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, Patrick,
And the Spaniards turned into dogs.
Whoa.
Whoa,
That's their punishment.
you blew my mind with that. Woof, Jim. Woof.
Woof. Woof.
I'm sorry, Elwolf. Elwolf.
Speaking of dogs.
Speaking of dogs, Patrick. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's a terrible segue. I'm just
That is
gonna.
a bad segue.
I'm gonna die
I
right
feel like
now.
you've called me a dog and reminded me of my recently deceased dog, and I'm unhappy all the way around.
I didn't mean to do either of those.
Yeah.
Just animals. Just animals.
Yeah. Just.
Just animals.
I'd like to move on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's just end the show now.
Here, let's just move on to this cut for Patrick here.
There we go. Guys. Boy, did a lot of stuff happen in the ongoing conflict between humans and animals.
Mhm.
In the first of many updates tonight involving this ongoing war, we are reporting on two separate aerial incidents in two separate Carolinas.
Oh my God.
That second picture is incredible.
Yeah, that
It is. That's
pretty
how dangerous
amazing.
this war has become.
It is.
Yeah, dude.
The first incident occurred in North Carolina, where the pilot of a small plane crashed while landing on the runway. The pilot and one of the passengers perished in the crash, while another passenger was injured. Why did you laugh at the death?
Yeah.
No, I
Jim.
left at the pirate pilot. Pirate pilot. I'm just on a delay.
No, he laughed at the death. A likely
He's laughing at
story.
death.
He really is.
Mm.
He's never mind. I'm gonna stop what I said. I'm just gonna eat that. Cut. Never mind. Go ahead.
It was later discovered that the pilot suddenly lifted his plane's nose to avoid a turtle that appeared on the runway.
No.
What was the turtle doing on the runway? Just being a turtle? Probably.
Turtles don't belong on
Brandishing-
runways.
See, that's where my head is, because I'm thinking, what if it was brandishing a weapon and potentially firing at the plane, causing the pilot to swerve out of the way and into the nearby forest?
Whoa.
To that I say, maybe. But we may never know, because reports cited no probable causes for the crash.
Whoa.
I ask this, though.
Mm.
If it was just a simple turtle being simply a turtle, why isn't this case just cut and dry, black and white, over? Why didn't the pilot just roll over that sumbitch to ensure a safer landing?
Right?
Too many unknowns, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on to our second incident.
What, another?
This involves... Yeah, there were 2 aerial incidents.
Oh, my God.
Our second incident involves an osprey, or fishhawk, that dropped a friggin' hammerhead shark on unsuspecting disc golfers in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh, my God. They're coming for our
Yeah,
Carolinas.
I know. One
Our
of the
least
disc golfers
necessary
witnessed.
states. Sorry.
One of the disc golfers witnessed the osprey, along with a murder of crows, flying overhead before the nightmarish sight of a sizable shark plummeting down at them, teeth first, came into view.
Jesus Christ.
Horrifying.
Yes.
Was it Tara Reid? That's a Sharknado reference. Anyway, moving on.
Okay,
Good stuff.
all
They were able to dodge the clear aerial assault, and the shark did not survive the fall, so no interrogations of the shark will be possible. But not only that, the osprey returned moments later and grabbed up the shark's body in a bold retrieval of potentially vital evidence. Maybe the animals don't want us to know what's going on with this shark. Maybe something sinister is happening beneath the waves near South Carolina. The animals may just be elevating their tactics in ways we didn't think imaginable.
Elevating. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well done.
Sea creatures in the air. No bigger elevation than that.
Guys, I feel like you really judged me for my Sharknado reference, and I just don't know how, it hurt. It hurt a little bit.
I wasn't judging. I just was not getting it.
I enjoyed it. It's just, this is such a serious subject, so I didn't have room to laugh. But I did show my appreciation.
I see. Okay.
That's fair.
All right,
That's totally reasonable.
All right. I'm just saying.
Yeah, dude, making jokes about the animal war seems a little
You're right.
callous.
You're right. It was a little, it was wrong of me, and I'll never do it again. We totally won't have like an hour.
Speaking of which,
non-stop animal war jokes.
Yeah. Thank you, Robbie.
guys, a bear punched a hiker into a ravine this week.
What?
Wait a minute.
Whoa!
But
Yeah.
Best segue so far.
I've seen that movie.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Guys, two Greek hikers, Christos Stavrianitis.
Nailed it. I'm sure that's exactly how
And
it is.
I'm gonna have to say it more times. And Dimitris Kioroglau were trekking out to see the remains of a warplane that had crashed several decades ago in the woods of Greece.
That's cool.
Stavrianitis had found the plane last August and was trying to figure out the most straightforward path to it. He's excited about this airplane. He wants other people to hike out into the woods to look at this crashed warplane. So he's trying to find the best path out to it, so that other people can make the journey more easily. He's been vocal about it last year, telling a journalist that it's a beautiful discovery that deserves to be viewed on location. The fuselage is nearly intact. Exciting.
Wow.
Partway through the journey, the two men came across a brown bear, pictured here. This might not be the brown bear, but it might be. This bear's in the woods near where they were. They came across a brown bear. Yeah. We don't know. Kira Glau says the bear appeared suddenly and attacked him, and he sprayed it with bear spray, and it turned and punched Stavrianitis into a ravine that is 2,600 feet deep.
Whoa!
Yep.
Wow!
Yeah. Yeah. Stavrianitis was lifted out and brought to a hospital where he was declared dead. Sorry for that.
Whoa! Oh, wow! Wow!
According
Can't even get his name
to
right.
Panos,
Jesus.
I mean,
This is
I
gonna
couldn't
be
get
a
his
grim
name right
week,
if it weren't
guys.
so Greek. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Christos, make your name less Greek.
I'm not saying he should. I'm just saying I'd be able to read it better.
Got it. God damn it.
Yeah. According to Panos Stefanou, also Greek,
No
spokesman
way.
for the
No.
wildlife group Arcturus. Yeah. According to him, this is more of a defensive behavior, not an attack. The bear is trying to push back what it sees as a threat. What was the bear afraid of? Some Greek guys getting that warplane working and striking back against the animal army? Probably.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Jim.
Wow, Jim. For a while I didn't think this was going to
He's
be an
afraid
animal
we're going
war
to shoot
story.
down the birds with the sharks.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Shit.
We
Wow.
lost a potential hero
Yeah, dude.
in Stavrionitis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
I'm not going to try to say his name. Wow. Amazing stuff.
What is so hard about saying Christos Stavrionitis?
I mean, it's probably Christos.
I mean, nothing when you
firstly.
do it.
Yeah. Hold on. let
My
me
mouth
look at
isn't used to those shapes. My mouth is used to saying French names wrong.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Anglo names fine.
An Anglo name's good enough. Christos Stavrionitis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I buy it.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Well, God, we honor your
How much?
sacrifice, Christos, for
R.I.P.
taking the one for the team and attempting to bring us a new weapon of war into this fight.
Yeah, they're going to control the air, man. They're going to control the skies, the animals.
They are. And guess what, Jim? They're also going to control the seas.
What?
That's right.
No, come on.
What?
That's right. That's right.
Dear God.
I mean, let's ignore the
He does
obvious...
look good in that hat, though.
He is pulling it off. It should say your, but our graphics department had a little typo. Fucking graphics department. Anyway,
It still works.
It does.
slowly, yeah, but then, yeah, kind of. Anyway, guys, killer whales are the hygienic admirals in charge of the oceanic campaign against the humans. Reports are coming in from beneath the ocean that killer whales are displaying a new and shocking behavior, boys. Up until now, this behavior was thought to be almost exclusively human. No doubt this signals to us here covering the burgeoning animal-human war that the
Is it smoking
orca
a pipe?
will... Hold on, Jim. Hold on.
Okay, fine,
The
fine.
orca will be an even mightier foe than we once thought. Here's the thing, guys. We already know that these creatures have been documented using advanced tactics to destroy the enemies, the cursed seal. Once often they toy with their poor victims before showing them a toothy end. And the orca's vanity has also been witnessed in other more shocking and horrific ways. Pods of orcas have been known to display the corpses of salmon on their head like a fishy hat of entrails. But now,
My God.
scientists have seen them
That's rad.
display
That's cool.
the most
really
shocking behavior an animal without thumbs can. Orcas have been witnessed grooming each other. Yes, they clean themselves with kelp in order to remove dead skin and parasites. As mentioned, only humans
Wow.
and primates have displayed such behavior, meaning that the orcas have at least as much capability of embarrassment as we monkeys do. And they take active steps to avoid it. I suggest then...
Yeah, they
Nope.
ate the forbidden fruit, dude.
It's true. It's true. And it turns out the forbidden fruit was a tuna. I suggest
Ooh.
then that we use their propensity towards embarrassment as a weapon against them. Okay?
Brilliant.
We need to employ
Yes.
more undersea vehicles equipped with cameras for the purposes of capturing killer whale compromat we can use to blackmail the orcas to our side before more
Yes.
pods learn how to wipe their
Yes.
asses. Okay.
Oh my God.
We need
yes.
Blackfish,
need it to
blackmail,
happen.
blackfish, blackmail.
Blackfish blackmail indeed. Let's go. We just got to do
Let's
it.
go.
For the survival of our species, we just have to do it, guys. We just have to do it.
Gotta happen.
Man, let me tell you, all this news, it's pretty bleak for humans.
Very.
Like, I honestly, the only thing that could make it worse is
Right?
if we had a traitor in our midst in the human race.
Oh no. Oh no.
Which
Oh,
we
no.
do.
That?
Oh no.
That's
What?
right. A
No
traitor and potential bee-mancer
Whoa.
has unleashed bees
Oh, no.
on innocents.
A bee-mancer?
That dude looks sick.
A
Also,
But they're-
bee-mancer.
They're the things of legend.
right
Patrick.
there.
Yep. You're mirrored the other way now. Yep. There it is.
Yes, I am. My whole world is opposite now.
Dio, you've read the ancient stories, the
That's-
ancient tales of bee-mancers.
I
Of
know.
Bee-mancer.
And I thought those tales lost, Jim. I thought their ways were lost to this world, and yet here we are, standing on the precipice
Here we
of a
are.
new age of beemancery.
Sadly,
I've heard
yes.
tales of a book bound in honeycomb.
Dripping with the sweet smell and pungent aroma of pollinators. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! No, keep going. I don't even need to tell my story. This is
Yeah,
great.
it turns out we're
This
just
is
hijacking
fantastic.
this story.
Tell the story.
Anyway,
in the
the
town
news-
of Severa, Spain. Police pulled over a man who seemed to be just another routine DWI, but he
Oh.
became so much more.
Oh.
Police noticed that he was driving without wearing a seatbelt and quickly became obvious, or it quickly
Classic.
became obvious that he was intoxicated.
Oh no.
When asked to perform a field sobriety test, the man refused, saying, "Now I will kill you."
Wow!
Straight up. "Now I will kill you," before vanishing into the back of his van.
Whoa.
Suddenly, the back
Wow.
doors of his van open, and officers were hit with a barrage of bee attacks. The police fled the bee-mancers
Whoa.
attack bees with the assistance of people at a nearby restaurant. The bee-mancer was then eventually subdued by backup police officers, and the bees, they stopped attacking. But this does beg
What?
several questions.
Uh-huh.
Where was this bee-mancer taking these attack bees? Was he controlling the
Yeah.
bees, or were the bees controlling him?
Ooh.
Can we trust our own human beekeepers when they are so heavily influenced by said bees and their pro-animal propaganda? There are many unanswered questions, but I dare not ask. The answers may not be what we want to hear.
Bee.
B. All I can
You're
think
getting
is,
all my puns, boys. Thank you.
Wow. Well done. It's really puns are
Yeah,
great.
what if it wasn't a man at all?
Oh.
What if he was a bunch of bees in a cloak?
My
God.
Yeah, a bunch of bees wearing a man's skin.
Oh my God.
A bag of bees. A skin bag of bees. I don't like it.
Classic bee bag.
Classic bee bag. That's what the people are always calling me on the street. They're confused. They keep saying, "You bee bag."
Look at this old bee bag.
That's right.
Bee bag TV, more like.
That's right. God damn it. I don't know why that got me, but
Guys, I have a story that isn't about. It's not directly about the animal war, but it is animal related.
oh.
So
We'll make it about
I'm
the
sorry
animal war.
to
don't worry.
derail.
We'll
Yeah,
loop
yeah,
it
we'll
back
find
in.
it. We'll find it.
We'll find it there.
All right, great.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts off charming, guys. It starts off in Mrs. Rockwell's pavilion in Rockwell Park in beautiful Bristol, Connecticut.
Oh.
Pictured here.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
It's the building.
beautiful.
It's a fairly standard little municipal park building. And not too long ago, the Bristol Parks Recreation Youth and Community Services Department decided to close the building at night. So they installed automatic timed locks that click shut at 10 p.m.
Oh.
They weren't that loud about the change, though. And last Friday night, a man's dog got locked inside the bathrooms. He apparently had left the dog in there, had gone out.
Oh,
The doors
geez.
clicked closed. He went to try to get his dog. The dog was locked inside.
Jim,
Did he call the cops? Heck no. Yeah.
No, keep going. I'm sorry.
He did not call the cops because he wanted his dog rescued and not fired on with guns. After, I assume, a couple of hours of looking for secret switches and portals, the man decided to rescue his dog by climbing down the chimney of the pavilion.
Oh, all right.
He climbed down. Really, actually, he climbed down half the chimney and got stuck. Parks employees that arrived Saturday morning heard him in the chimney and called the police, saying that they were being burgled.
Oh no!
By the man lodged in the chimney.
Help!
The police unable. Exactly. The police were obviously they showed up and he was inside a concrete or I guess stone chimney, also pictured over here.
Mm-hmm.
So they were unable to beat or tase him. So they called the fire department, who pulled the chimney apart until they could get the guy out. He was then arrested and charged with burglary, trespassing, and criminal mischief.
Wow.
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 Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I don't.
Maybe the dog did it intentionally to get him arrested.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
there
there we
it
go.
is. There it is. You found it. You found it. I was like, I was struggling. I like short circuited. I'm like, where is the animal angle for the war? But you got it. You got it. You.
I don't know. I feel like dogs might be on our side. I feel like that was just a.
You think so?
Yeah,
story.
I do still feel like we've got dogs on our side and cats are neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
They've got better stuff to do.
Do you know what's definitely not on our side, though, guys? Fucking spiders, dude.
That orca?
No, well, orca not. Spiders, god damn it. They are coming for us. And turns out there are more spiders than we thought. What a horrifying idea.
Okay.
More spiders, guys.
Yeah.
More bad news.
I thought there were a lot, so this is really terrifying.
Yeah, there's a bunch more. A dozen more, in fact. The animal ranks have been bolstered by a recently discovered species of spider in New Zealand. 12 species, in fact, of jumping spiders, pictured here, have been discovered in the harsh alpine zone of Australia's little brother, where the temperatures range from 15 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius, or 5 degrees to 80 degrees in Coca-Cola units, and the winds blow up to 180 kilometers an hour, or 112 miles per big time, the newly minted measurement of time Trump signed into law this week. This means these spider guys are incredibly resilient, and even worse, they're camouflage. They blend in perfectly with rocky environments, meaning our retreating forces will only find 8-legged ambushes in the Rockies. And if that all wasn't enough, the scientists that discovered this species of rock spiders.
Fire spiders.
My God. No, not. Hold on, I'm gonna start a panic.
Spider.
Oh my God.
Rock spiders. The scientists who discovered the spiders decided that they needed to comment upon their quote strange genitalia, but they would not specify how it's strange, why it's strange, nothing.
Wait, why not?
They didn't say anything else, which leads me, god damn it, to the obvious conclusion. They've got 8 dicks, guys. They got 8 dicks.
They gotta have 8 dicks. Oh God.
8 dicks, yeah.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, this is getting severe.
Yeah. No, it's bad. It's bad. So there you go.
12 new spider types, each with 8 dicks.
That's right. That's like 96 dicks, at least.
That's my favorite song.
Damn it. Guys, we really need a victory on the human side. Let me tell you.
We really do, buddy. Do you got one for me?
I actually do have a victory for humanity, guys.
Thank God. Thank
Hell
God.
yeah.
Literal tons of pythons were captured and executed.
Nice.
We got them.
But boys, we got him. Mission accomplished.
Despite the first half hour of our news program, it's not all devastating animal on human violence and traitors to our cause in this war. Humans are fighting back and are becoming victorious in several conflicts. One such conflict is the victory at the Everglades, where we drove the snakes out like St. Patrick himself. But instead of the snakes being a metaphor for paganism falling to the violent influence of Christianity, these were literal snakes falling to the violent influence of human violence. An invasion of massive Burmese pythons had been plaguing Florida until quite recently, when the Conservancy of Southwest Florida struck the snake's main base of operations, capturing over 20 tons of these hefty bastards. The largest snake, and most likely their leader, was 18 feet long and weighed over 215 pounds.
That's a big boy. Wow.
That is a big, and it was a girl. That was a big girl.
All right. There you go. I stand corrected.
Once captured, the pythons were executed for their crimes of destabilizing the ecosystem. Several hard drives may have been found amongst the pythons, but no word on whether or not the vital information on future animal attack plans were recovered on said devices.
Ooh.
Yeah. Interesting.
A blow to the reptilians, truly.
That's right.
Those ground belly crawling bastards there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the
language. Grow some legs, assholes.
Yeah. Well, thank God we're not like entirely losing. We need some victories. At some point, it's gonna turn around for us, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
I mean, I have a story where it sort of turns around for us, but not in the way that we are winning, just in the way that we're being attacked by something that isn't animals.
Oh, good. Oh,
yeah.
Right?
Because I don't know if you guys have heard, but everyone's getting hit by lightning.
What?
Why is everyone getting hit by lightning?
What the?
Is that cool now? Should I be getting hit by lightning? Would I be cooler if I was hit by lightning? Would I get Ernest goes to jail powers?
Yes.
Who knows, guys? Who knows?
Wow.
Yes.
Let me give you a quick rundown. June 19, a 15-year-old boy is hit by lightning in Central Park in New York.
Whoa.
June 20, a 29-year-old fella from Colorado standing ankle deep in the ocean off the coast of New Smyrna Beach, Florida, when lightning hits. He's taken to the hospital, condition unknown. What about the jellyfish and sharks? Nobody cared. We're at war. Several hours, 8 miles away, a few hours later, that afternoon, 2 men on the Venetian Bay golf course get hit by lightning together. Kinky.
Whoa.
Do you think their wives know what they're doing when they say they're out golfing, getting hit by lightning? I bet not. All four of those dudes in 2 days. But on June 8, another pair of golfers is hitting Gunter, Texas. Don't golf. The sky hates it.
Fair.
That's where I stopped writing. There could have been more story there, but there wasn't.
Oh. That was a good stopping point. I love it.
There could have been, but there's not. Guys getting struck by lightning. So, Jim, what you're saying is that maybe going out on a large, flat park with a metal rod in your hand.
Yeah, holding a metal rod. Not ideal.
Might not be good.
Unless you're trying to get hit by lightning.
That's true. Unless you're trying to get hit by lightning. I believe that's how golf was invented. It was a bunch of Scotch people? Scots.
Yeah.
Suicidal.
Scots is
suicidal
what I mean
Scots.
to say. Yes, that's right. Just hoping to get
or not suicidal. Maybe they're just...
Ernest Powers or
yeah.
Oh God, what was that movie with the killer that becomes a lightning
Shocker?
monster?
That was
Shocker.
what the image was from.
Yeah,
I was
gonna say. I was trying to figure it out. I was trying to find it the entire time. Trump should go
I put
golfing.
extra lightning in it, but
is that why Trump goes golfing? He's trying to get
wish granted.
Powers? Yeah. I feel you.
No, he's golfing because every time he goes golfing, we, the taxpayers, have to pay for a ton of government agents to stay at Mar-a-Lago at whatever cost he decides. Everything's a grift.
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, I don't see any problem with that. Anyway. No. Fuck that guy. Guys. Well, you know what's not going to get struck by lightning?
What's that?
Rubber. Rubber doesn't get struck by lightning. It's just science. And rubber
true.
is what
Sure.
these bar mats were made of that recently were pilfered by the Beer Mat Bandits, guys. An Australian pub was the victim of a gang of drunken thieves who decided to surreptitiously steal 9 beer mats from the pub while it was still open. Cramming the booze-soaked rubber mats into their pants, the group of 4 men scampered off into the night, unseen by the bar staff. The Beer Mat Bandits seemed to have no motivation for the crime, as the black market for beer mats is, in a word, unlucrative. Their caper was only discovered later when bar staff watched the many security videos they had for the numerous security camera angles in the bar. And they stitched it together and put it on social media. Guys, would you like to see that video?
Amazing.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yes.
Correct.
Here
Yes.
we
Oh, I'm
go. Hold on, let me move this a little. Oh, well, wrong thing. There we go. As depicted here, stealing, pilfering. And look at this guy. Thinks he's slick.
Slick.
Gone.
Wow.
This one, not even a beer mat. He goes for the full fucking flag. Look at this guy.
Wow.
Gone.
Wow.
It's crammed up right in the rear end. That guy just yoinked it. Disgusting.
Oh.
Vile.
Ah.
They're literally robbing the beer mats from their home. Look at this. And then they off into the night. Look at them scamper,
Look at 'em.
pleased with
They
themselves.
are in full scamper.
Ready to make
Yeah, they are.
roughly $18 on these beer mats. Those sick fiends. Well, anyway, the bar posted
That
that
feels
video on
very
social
Australian.
media. Yeah. And the resolution is very Australian too, Jim.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They posted that video on social media where it got 10 million views.
Damn.
Good.
Suitably shaming the bandits who revealed themselves to the bar owners. In the social media post, the bar did say, "Hey guys, just bring back the beer mats. You know, a little bit of fun is a little bit of fun. You know, no problem."
Yeah.
Did
So,
you say it more Australian?
Yeah, do it, Dio.
all right then. A little bit of fun is a little bit of fun. I bring on beer mats back, and
take
everything's forgiven. I'm trying. What is the Australian word for like a hooligan? It's like a young man hooligan.
I might just be hooligan.
No, there's a specific Australian word for hooligan.
Bogan?
Chat,
Are you
help me
thinking
out.
bogan?
No. Chat, you gotta help me out. It's like fuck. Oh my god. Anyway, I'll do the voice again if we figure it out.
Please do,
We
because
find
you
the right word. Yeah,
you
yeah.
sounded just like South African actor Charlton Copley. It was pretty awesome.
What do you mean, then? I'm doing a perfect Australian.
Dude, it's exact. It is totally him. Just now
Larrikin!
say
That's what it
boiky.
is. Larrikin. You guys just a few larrikins out
Are you
there.
Scottish?
I don't know what you're talking about. That is a perfect Australian. Okay. Thank you, Harold. Yeah, the bear mats are on their way back as we speak.
Good.
Or so they say.
Yeah.
Larrikins.
I
Can't
mean,
trust them.
Yeah, it's true. Can you trust a larrikin? Eh? Hold on, let me try again. Foster's.
Yeah.
Australian for beer.
There you go.
Eh?
It's Copley. It's Copley, dude.
That's not a knife. This is a knife. Eh?
My God.
Eh?
At the end too is super Sharlto Copley, dude. It's crazy. It's so crazy. You're so
I don't know who
good
that
at it.
is.
It's
I'm
the guy
doing
from
my original character.
It's the main guy from District 9.
Dingo
Carlton
McGillicuddy.
Shopley.
Dingio. The Australian Dio.
Oh, nice. Nice.
That's right. Dingio. Chicken parm. There we go. That's what it's gonna be.
All right. All right.
Dingio's sticking out. He's sticking out the bottom of the desk.
That's right.
Damn it. Oh my god. Well, that was a good bit of harmless criminal fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Just swiping some beer mats, giving them back when they ask.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that kind of crime.
That's the
Now
best
it's
kind of
time
crime.
for some harmful
It's like
criminal
gluing
fun.
eyeballs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a crime, Jim. Not a crime.
But this is
Uh-oh.
Florida man's back at it again, and he's unleashing hot piss at a Sam's Club.
Oh, no.
Some say otherwise. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
They already have that.
That's
Oh,
right.
I'm back.
They got tons of it, but he's here to add some more. That's right. Sit back and relax as I regale you with another tale from the Chronicles of Florida Man. What's Florida Man been up to lately? Chucking hot piss, obviously.
Yeah.
But this time,
Hot piss.
Damn it.
this time he's chucked the hot piss right from the source when he urinated on 2 pallets of canned goods at a Sam's Club in Orlando.
Oh,
Florida
wait.
Man this time, it's 70-year-old Patrick
Oh, wait.
Mitchell, and he was spotted. What's the matter?
We want. You know what? No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
All right. Old 70-year-old Patrick Mitchell was spotted pissing all over aisle 18, hitting 345 cans of Spam and 188 bulk units of Vienna sausages. That is a mighty piss
Yum.
stream. Yeah. Afterwards, he was seen strolling around the snack section, seemingly feeling light as a feather without all that piss weighing him down. He then sat on some displayed patio furniture for about 10 minutes, most likely gathering his strength back from the mighty piss he pissed. He then shopped
Yeah,
a
for
little,
sure.
paid for his items at Register 2, and
Nice.
left. Witness photos were matched with Florida Man's driver's license and his Sam's Club membership card, and he was promptly arrested for disorderly conduct and criminal mischief. A combined value of over $10,000 had been contaminated by Florida Man's piss, and it all had to be destroyed. But he was let out on a $3,000 bond after pleading not guilty to the pissoning.
Oh, nice.
His arraignment will be June 30th, so we'll find out if he is
Bold
found
to
guilty.
Plead not guilty.
Right? The
Yeah,
the
when there's
pissoning
footage and photos. Yeah.
The pissoning is the how you get baptized in the Church of Piss. It's a piss.
That's right.
Yeah. Also, the reason they're probably mad at him is because he used checkout aisle 2, which is obviously reserved for people who poop on the Oreos.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I believe
He's breaking all the rules.
I believe last week when Patrick didn't watch the episode that I said, "Why did they destroy the Spam?"
You did.
I did say that, yes. Why did they destroy the
What?
Spam? And I will bring that up yet again.
Wait, you covered this last week?
We did, yeah, we did.
We did.
Yeah, it was,
Damn.
it's okay. It's okay.
Your coverage was better, though.
Yeah, your coverage was way better. So, and people come here for you. Nobody was watching last week.
Yeah. It's true.
Fair,
It's true.
fair. I'll take it. I'll take it all.
But
Or,
again,
you know,
had to
the
happen.
question is, right? Why do they have to destroy these things that are packaged in cans
Yeah.
and presumably shrink wrapped?
Plastic, yeah. They were all
Yeah.
cans. There's no
Take it out and back, hit it with a hose.
Yeah, there's no reason because we live in a terrible society
Yeah, hose it
that
off.
prefers if you can't sell it, then you have to destroy it. There's no in between. So hatred. Is Jim dead? Did Jim freeze again? Uh-oh.
I feel
he's back.
dead.
No, he's just chilling.
That's right. Time is an illusion.
My shit is janky, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine too.
I feel like I'm.
We're having
Totally
all
unstuck.
sorts of technical difficulties with the internets these days right now. So bear with us, guys.
Yeah, I don't know
Appreciate y'all.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I turned my air conditioning off because I thought that would fix it, but it didn't.
That is
Now I'm just
some
sweaty.
fucking logic right there. Now you join the club, man. Every time I turn into
Sweaty Boy
30% puddle.
Club. Rename the show Sweaty Boy Club.
Sweaty Boy Club? I'm down. Hit the
Yeah.
Sweaty Boy Club. I'm going to keep on sweating.
Oh, I'm
at
worried
the
I'm gonna be too
Sweaty
laggy to
Boy
do this.
Club. Well, there's only one way to find out, Jim.
All right. Forward. Guys, I live in Central Texas, and I have for a long time. But I grew up in New Hampshire, and I will always have a soft spot for small town New England kookiness.
Where's the spot?
One fun fact. You can't quite see it. It's like just off camera over here.
Got it.
One fun fact about New Hampshire's generally sloppy legislative process. A couple of fun facts, actually. Legislators get paid almost nothing, and there are 400 of them.
For
But
New Hampshire?
one fun fact is that yeah, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
It's like the whole
it's a
state
nuts
is
place.
part of the legislature.
Yeah, about 20% of the population. Yeah.
Jesus.
And every bill that's proposed makes it to the floor in New Hampshire. Nothing gets killed before it's discussed. So here is a roundup of a few bills that received only a cursory discussion before being shot down
Oh, I can't wait.
in the most recent session. Representative James Spillane of Deerfield tried again this year to repeal the ban on brass knuckles. Classic Deerfield, right? For the
Yep.
third year in a row, his bill passed the House, but not the Senate. Sounds like some state senators might be getting roughed up soon. Representative
right.
Juliet Harvey Bolia of Tilton wanted to make gold and silver both legal tender so long as both the buyer and seller of whatever they're buying can agree on the value of the precious metal that they're using. That's not very live free or die of you, Julia. You can barter with anything, anytime, if you both agree on the value. You don't need the government's permission.
That's right.
That's right.
Representative, yeah. Lean into it, Julia. Live free or die. Representative James Tybalt of Franklin submitted the most recent of many tries over the years to get Daniel Webster his own holiday. But New Hampshire
Ugh.
hates holidays and hates naming them after people, famously being the last state to celebrate Martin Luther King Day. Representative Carol McGuire of Epsom.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't until like pretty recently that they decided they would do that.
I bet they wish that it wasn't famously known.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
yeah.
quietly known.
I bet a lot of them don't mind. I think a lot of them don't mind.
Ooh.
Dang.
New Hampshire is the Texas of Vermont.
Yeah, it is. Representative Carol McGuire of Epsom said of this proposal to give Daniel Webster his own holiday, I am against creating more days that are nice. They're always of someone important and interesting, but they don't do anything. Classic.
Okay. Yeah.
No nice days. Okay, all right, fine. We get
Cool.
it.
Cool.
Finally, Representative Aidan Ankerberg of Gonick, the town where I grew up,
Oh my
population
God.
around 3,700, small town. I don't know Aidan Ankerberg, which makes me think he moved there. He proposed a new committee for the purpose of taking reports and testimony about UFOs over New Hampshire.
Hell
the bill was
yeah.
unanimously killed.
What?
I know!
Oh.
I know! With Representative Michael Harrington of Stratford saying, just because someone comes up with an idea doesn't mean we should even be considering it as a bill.
Wow.
Screw off, Michael Harrington. UFOs are New Hampshire heritage. We covered the story of Betty and Barney Hill here on the Weekly Weird, the first abduction story in the whole US of A. That's as much New Hampshire as Daniel Webster, who you also refuse to honor. I see you, Aiden Ankerberg. You keep on fighting the good fight, my dude. And if you need help from a New Hampshire expat, you hit me up. I'm here for you.
Yeah. Wow. So you come around on Aiden, huh? You're coming around on him.
Yeah. I think he's a stranger, you know? He's a stranger in my small hometown, but he seems like a good dude.
Well, all right. I mean, on your head it lies, you know?
I mean, I'm not vouching for everything the dude does.
I mean, it sounds like you are.
Just saying.
Sounds like you're offering.
Just saying his head's in the right place about UFOs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That is fair. He is. Yeah, you can't vouch for everything a UFO enthusiast does. You just can't.
No, none of them.
That's like getting into business with somebody who's evading their taxes. Like, not a good choice.
Yeah, nobody would do that. Nobody.
Yeah.
Only an idiot would do that. Anyway, speaking of
idiot.
evil things, guys, Disneyland hosts the worst kind of wedding, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a warning here. The discussion is going to be gross. Proving that Disneyland is an evil place, but especially in Europe, Disneyland France was the, albeit unwilling, venue for the worst kind of wedding. The kind of wedding Jared Fogle would be eager to officiate.
Oh.
That's right. A 9-year-old was seen wearing a bridal gown and high heels in what appeared to be a child marriage attended by hundreds of Disneyland France guests. Park staff immediately and thankfully noticed the young bride to be stumbling in her high heels, and in an act of heroism not usually associated with theme park staff, informed the police promptly. 2 people were quickly detained for questioning, and equally as quickly
Which 2?
offered the bizarre explanation. It seems like the entire wedding was not real. A staged wedding, which was a mere misguided attempt by the child's mother to make her daughter feel like a princess at Disneyland.
No.
Why that included...
Why wouldn't she marry someone her age?
Right? And no, Jim... She was going to get married to a 22-year-old groom who, in perhaps the most French description of a criminal ever, was presumably a British man. The hundreds of participants were actually park guests who were bussed in from other areas of the park to attend the event and be extras. The 22-year-old man and a 24-year-old Latvian woman are being detained for being fucking gross, along with money laundering and fraud, since they submitted fake documents in order to rent the park for a reported $150,000. Thankfully, there was no evidence of any kind of abuse. This was merely one insane mother's attempt at making a very special day for her daughter roughly 20 years too early, 12 years, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. When do people get married? Who cares? It's fucking weird. There you have it.
It is weird.
Yeah.
I see where the mother's heart was, but her mind needed to go somewhere else too.
I think this is like the pinnacle of the parents are fucking dumb subreddit, because that is just the most. It's like circling all the way back to abuse. You know what I mean? Trying to be so nice that you're doing something fucking crazy. Don't you think so, Jim? I think he thinks so.
Yeah, I think he agrees.
I mean, do we, dare we, should we soldier on? The answer is, of course, yes, Patrick.
Yeah, we need to soldier on. I think your story really shook him, and the only way we're going to get him out of this is to talk about Bigfoot.
Bigfoot!
Bigfoot!
That's such That's such a small Bigfoot.
Well, I mean, aren't all of the photos of Bigfoot just like this?
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, yes. Oh my God, we lost.
Oh, I've turned into cubes.
We've lost. Hold on. Jesus Christ. We need a technical difficulties screen, like a.
We do.
Let's all go to the lobby, or like the Simpsons technical difficulties screen. I don't want to change you.
No, yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't change it. I can be cubes. I can be just 2 pixels telling you the news right now.
That's right.
Because honestly, the news comes with a video.
Oh, all right. Should we just go to the video?
Yeah, let's just do the video.
We could just do the video, guys, and we'll kill Patrick for now. Bye, Patrick.
Ah!
Hold up. There we go. This is what I was referring to, guys.
There it is. Yes. We need something similar, but with goblins.
Right. Cubist Patrick.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll get the video up here in a second. Here we go. Is it the second link?
Dude, Papa TV, that still image of Jim looked like he had sniffed the fartiest fart right in that moment. Yeah, this is the link. So while you get the link together, there's a little bit ahead of time. Bigfoot was sighted in Argentina. There he is, stealing beer mats. Where it was recorded, where he was recorded busting ass across a field. And the couple who wished to keep their identities and location private published the video on the very public platform TikTok.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm having
in the
difficulty
video
playing that video. By the way, I don't know if you have a better link, or we'll see.
Go to the actual link to the website, to the news.
Got it.
It should be in there.
Oh my God, it's so big.
There he is running. There it is.
Hold on, guys. Bear with us. Everything is awful. Oh, hey!
You see him? See, even smaller than my thumbnail.
Oh my God. Yeah, here we go. One more
Hola,
again.
¿qué tal? Un suscriptor nos hizo.
Oh?
There he is.
Oh?
Guy in a poncho just running across the field? No,
That's
silly
a
person.
What are you talking
That's
about?
a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's a Bigfoot. He is running across the field. Why is he chilling in a rural location of Argentina? Why is he running at crazy speeds across the field and suddenly slowing to a power walk?
It does look like he's going at least 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, as Bigfoot do. I have a solid theory on why he's out there and why he's running. We at Weekly Weird have been talking up a certain Mothman festival that's happening in September. But what we haven't really covered is that the festival is also hosting a Mothman 5K for those who register. This is a 5K that has had several Bigfoots in attendance running last year.
Nice.
Could this be a video of Bigfoot training for the upcoming 5K?
Oh, obviously.
Could it have traveled all the way to Argentina for some privacy while it trained, but its absolute celebrity could not allow that to happen? Will we at Weekly Weird end up capturing footage of this Sasquatchian sprinter crossing the finish line of a 5K that it has been training months for? Honestly, that depends on how early we wake up that day, because the 5K starts at 7 a.m. and none of us plan to see that time slot in our itinerary.
No. 5 is no, thanks. 7, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If it started
To
at
see
like
the start.
1 p.m., I think I'd be there.
Oh man,
that
we'd
would be
totally be there.
sick. Here, what?
Hey,
oh,
I'm
he's
Jim.
back. Wow.
I'm Pat now.
It was almost perfect. For a
It
second,
was.
the gelatinous Dio cube was Patrick, and then Patrick was sitting in your seat.
The old GD cube.
That's right. We talked about Bigfoot.
I think I'm fixed now.
Yeah, you look actually way better, and somehow so does Patrick. You fixed both
Sometimes
you
that's-
and Patrick at the same time.
That's
Way to
what I
go,
do.
Jim.
Well done, Jim.
I feel so much better.
Yay!
Next time my computer won't connect to the correct internet, remind me to just reboot everything.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Worth a try, because
that-
everything seems normal now.
Literally the thing they tell you to do to first troubleshoot, but
Well,
troubleshoot.
nobody told me to do it.
That's true. I
The
did
old
not.
trouble chart.
The troubleshoot. Do you ever have
Old
the troubleshoot?
troubleshoot. Oh my god.
I get them once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, as
Boy,
you get
do
older,
I.
they pop up more and more.
What did we
Yeah.
learn about while I was gone?
The
Bigfoot's training for the Mothman 5K.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! All right.
Mhm,
Yeah, it's
mhm,
pretty awesome.
Yeah, get ready for that. Get ready for that. It's at 7 a.m. At the Mothman Festival that we will be at.
Look at this. Did you see the fear in his eyes at the
I
thought
know,
of
I
7 a.m.?
No,
in
yeah.
general? Yeah.
That's the fear in his eyes of his internet crashing yet again.
It's both.
Bigfoot is a Rocky fan and decided to do his own training montage. I like it.
He did.
Almost
Rocky, like the
certainly.
Colorado Rockies.
That's right. The Colorado Rockies. That's
Yeah.
the only Rocky that makes sense in this context.
Yeah. That scene where they all run up the steps in front of the Philadelphia Museum.
All
the Colorado Rockies? Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking
about.
But you know the lyrics to
damn it.
that are all it's baseball boys, baseball boys. We're the Colorado Rockies and we're awesome baseball boys.
I was
Gonna
waiting.
hit
You know,
some
at first
homers, gonna catch some flies. Run around being baseball boys. I lost the melody.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Jim, your story's
honestly,
next.
I feel so much better now that I'm not. That lagginess was
Mhm.
rushing me.
Yeah, it
I'm
was-
glad
yeah.
everything collapsed.
Yeah.
Not to be an accelerationist. Guys, something's happening in Hempstead, New York. Are you guys hip to Hempstead? I'm not.
No.
It's on Long Island.
Long
and this
Island.
past
Whoa,
weekend, yeah, Long Island. You know where the Long
Long
Guys
Island.
are.
All right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. Sign
This
me
last
up.
weekend
Hmm?
was graduation time for Plainview Old Bethpage John F. Kennedy High School
Oh, sweet.
over in Hempstead.
That is
That's
a
all
lot
a
of
one
names.
school. I know, too many. Like, pick one, guys.
Mhm.
Of the 500 graduating students this past weekend, 30 were twins. 15 pairs, 30
Jesus.
individual twins.
Wow.
Too many twins!
Fucking Montauk experiments up there. Jesus
Right?
Christ.
When asked for an explanation, one pair of twins, Emily and Amanda Brake, replied in unsettling unison, "I guess there's just something in the water. We're all just very lucky. I think it's just coincidence." And it's not even that unusual at Plainview Old Bethpage John F. Kennedy High School, with both 2014 and 2015's classes seeing 20 twins each, and the incoming freshman class this year containing 18 more twins to replenish the supply. What's happening out there?
What?
Is it black magic? Is it some kind of ancient curse coming to pass on the town of Hempstead? Or are affluent people just struggling to have children later in life and getting fertility treatments? Hopefully, we'll never find out.
True. True.
That's true. That is a truth that no person needs revealed. Like the
No,
secret
that
of
question being answered would be bad.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it should be lost to time, like what we thought
Yeah.
the secrets of Beemancy were until just
Exactly.
Terrifying. Did you guys ever wish to have a twin? Like, what your
No.
thoughts? No?
No, not even a little. No.
I always wanted to have a twin. I don't know why. I thought it would.
You can make it happen. Every time we do a list, you have a twin, a ranking
true.
list. What are those called?
No. I mean, that's just little Dio making an appearance.
Yeah, little Dio.
Mm-hmm. He's not my twin. He's well, I guess he's a conjoined twin. You're right. He is kind of like that.
Yeah, a little conjoined twin.
You got a Quado?
Got a Quado.
I've got a pants
Got a Quado.
Oh.
And speaking of movies, guys, have you seen the first Mission Impossible where they break into that
Yes.
vault and they try
Yeah.
to steal the knock list, and it's like the perfect fucking
s-
break-in?
Ripped it off
Yeah.
from the MTV Movie Awards, though.
What? They ripped it off from the MTV Movie Awards. What do
Yeah,
you
MTV
mean?
Movie Awards did it, and then that movie did it with Tom Cruise.
Oh, well, weird. Anyway.
Same scene.
Well, guys.
But you guys wish I was on a delay again.
I sure do. We can go back. We can make it happen. We can get you back there, Jim, into that sweet, blissful, timeless place where Dio isn't vamping to try to get the windows to match
What,
correctly. I don't know.
Is there something in front of Tom Cruise's face there? I don't remember that from the movie. Oh, it's the brick. It's a brick.
Wow.
It genuinely confused me.
Wow. Amazing. Also, not quite sure how I did this, but okay, we're back. We're not back.
I'm back.
Hold on.
I'm
Hold
here.
on.
We're all back.
Technical
Everything's
difficulties.
back.
The show runs
What happened?
as smooth as sandpaper.
Yeah, but like a decent grit, like 250.
Decent grit. Guys, check this out.
Oh, footage. Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit! Is this from a Jackass movie?
Let's enhance, shall we?
Please.
He sent his full body in.
Yeah, dude.
Look at that.
Honestly, aspirational.
Oh my.
Oh my
I love it.
God.
I love it. I want to be that guy. Boof.
Full speed every time.
Oh.
I'll let that play as we continue.
Please,
The
yeah.
story.
Please.
What you're seeing here is the storefront of the Pennsylvania flower shop Danny B. Funky being Kool-Aid manned by an unidentified
Yes.
flying person last Thursday. Store owner Danny Small was alerted by her store's security
Danny
alarms
Small.
that something was amiss, only to discover this. Unfortunately, this video...
Wait, was it bees? Was he being chased by bees?
Yeah,
Oh my god, he looks like he was being chased by bees.
that he might have believed he was being chased by bees, Jim. Unfortunately, he went on, this is only part of the video, he went on to trash more of the store. As to why the man did it, there's only been some vague speculation about drugs being involved, but nobody really knows. Maybe it was bees, Jim. Danny,
Yes.
displaying the kind of compassion only a small business owner can, but nary a fucking large mega corporation, has not filed charges against the man, rather
Aw.
wishing that he gets the help that he needs, which presumably involves
that.
many, many bandages. The community... The community came together afterwards to help Danny clean up her store, and she even put out a sign that says, "Hearts open even when the windows are broken," which is a pithy little poem that I think only the sweetest of little flower shop ladies could think of. I think this is a great lesson that in the face of a completely insane random weirdness that the universe sometimes throws at you in the form of a man wearing a red t-shirt and no shoes, kindness goes a long way, guys. So there you are.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's lovely.
Yeah, it's not even a little
A
like
beautiful
this.
story.
So that's like as close to a puff piece as we get, huh?
Yeah, that's as nice as it ever gets here, guys.
Man high on meth leaps
that
into
was-
store. You know,
Bath salts, man. It hurts himself terribly.
Oh my god.
And woman decides not to be an asshole about it. Yep, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
And that's classic American human interest, right?
Mhm, mhm,
Like a
mhm.
puff
That's
piece.
right. That's right.
Wow.
Someone
That
didn't
was
get
adorable.
sued this week, guys.
That's right.
Yay!
Yay!
Well, speaking of not being sued, actually, this guy did not get sued when he saw the Loch Ness Monster.
What?
A thing people are always getting
Oh wait,
sued
I
for.
forgot Patrick
Oh
was
yeah,
here. There
The
we go.
Loch Ness
He's back.
Monster's
anymore.
like,
There
you
I
didn't
am."
see me. I'm suing you.
Guys, this is the second sighting of the Loch Ness Monster this year.
Look at that cute little encounter.
And I know.
Oh, hey.
So, another monster hunter has another claim to have seen another monster.
Oh.
A few episodes back, we covered the first sighting
Yeah,
of Nessie at Loch Ness in 2025. Well, it happened again.
Whoa.
And it turns out that Nessie's quite active this year.
Nice.
So he was actively searching for Nessie at a high vantage point with binoculars
Nice.
when this hunter caught sight of a motorboat entering the bay, followed by something described as long and thin that popped up in the boat's wake.
Whoa.
It vanished and reappeared behind the boat several times, but the hunter claims to have gotten it all on film.
Sick.
Where is this filmed proof? Hell if I know.
Oh.
But in
Oh.
typical cryptid fashion, we have a super blurry photo of what happened that shows us nothing at all, really.
Oh, should I
Cool.
pull that up? Should I pull that up?
Yeah, pull it up. Yeah.
Nice. We'll work on it. Here we go. And I'm totally doing it right, not fucking it
I
up.
guarantee you will see something that you can, without a doubt, say is probably Nessie.
Great.
Sick.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to say it's probably Nessie.
Oh yeah, here we go. And looking for the photo. Don't see
Getting
the
my-
photo.
Getting my nesticles warmed up.
There, I see no photo. What? What?
Does
What?
do none of these links work?
No.
I see.
link.
There's a link right to it. I see it.
I see
Yeah,
the link,
I see the link.
but I can't see. They're telling me I need a free account. The Inverness
works for me,
Courier.
dude.
It doesn't come up for me. Maybe it's my browser. Hold on.
Are you clicking the top link? Click the bottom link, dude.
No,
The one that
click
says
the
photo.
link that says
Oh,
photo.
Sorry, I didn't see it. I have the script very small. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's right behind Patrick. Oh my god.
There it is.
There it is.
Uh-huh.
There it is.
Uh-huh. Wait.
There's.
Enhance.
Let's
There.
start by saying,
There.
where's the boat? Is that little dark thing the boat?
That I think we're on the boat. Where?
Hold on. There.
Oh. I thought he
Out
saw
there.
the boat, and then he saw...
Uh-huh.
I think
Is
that's
that the
supposed
Nessie?
to be
That's the
Nessie.
Nessie.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
Yeah.
the Nessie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
a Nessie. That's
Yeah.
what do we call
That's
it?
clearly
what's-
Nessie in that oil painting of a photo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
are we defining
Yeah.
Nessie? Again, how do we do that? How do we define Nessie?
Anything we're not
a blurry
100%
image
sure
that's
of.
probably modeling clay.
Yeah.
Like we've always defined Nessie.
I see.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
The,
Yeah.
the
Do
dictionary
you, do you
definition.
definitely know what that is, or is it Nessie? Oh, this has like a little moire pattern on it, like it was on a screen. Like he was playing the
Yeah.
video and someone took one picture of a screen
Yes,
playing the
that's
video.
exactly what this is. This is
Okay.
a photo of the video that we don't get to watch.
That's
Did
great.
he film this on VHS? Like
Yeah.
what is going on? Why is it that no fucking cryptid hunters can invest in better quality
In a
camera?
camera?
equipment?
Yeah.
Just one good camera, guys. Strap it,
Yeah.
get a GoPro, put it on your head. It'll be better.
Right?
It's true.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. Was there more to that, or are we?
No, that is all
That's
there is
it.
to that.
That's all there is
Yeah.
to that.
Loch
Cool.
Ness.
That's
That's all there
all
ever
there
is to
is.
Loch Ness Monster, dude. There's never been anything more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
There's
You're-
something in the water.
There. Look at that. Look over there. What?
Yep.
Where's my inflatable? No. No.
Speaking of big lakes, guys,
Oh.
Mhm.
the License and Fees Committee in Superior, Wisconsin, on Lake Superior, that's my transition there.
No way.
Yeah, they've recommended a few updates to city business licensing. This is the kind of stuff we cover on this show, right?
Yep. Yeah, let's really get in the weeds. This is gonna be Killdozer Part 3.
Yeah, dude.
Get really in the weeds about fucking property
Yeah.
rights and fucking liens and fucking bullshit.
Namely, they want to eliminate the $50 license. This is one of a few examples. They want to eliminate the $50 license to sell natural Christmas trees, garlands, and wreaths, which is currently in place, with City Clerk Heidi Blunt saying that they haven't actually issued a license for that since 2011 and have received 0 complaints about unlicensed lots selling natural Christmas trees, garlands, and wreaths, which people do. She says that the fee is there to ensure that lost pine needles off of the trees get cleaned up with a successful inspection after the lot's been cleared, resulting in a $25 refund, which she feels is a waste of the building inspector's time. Which, seems reasonable.
Yeah.
The committee also wants to strike an ordinance prohibiting the occult sciences.
Yeah.
To include fortune tellers, clairvoyants, and palm readers, among others, with Heidi Blunt saying, I couldn't find the original implementation of it, but based on changing times and professional standards, our recommendation is to eliminate this outdated ordinance for a more inclusive, contemporary business environment. That's right, a little more inclusive. Let those people work their black magic in the city of Superior. I see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Why not?
A license that the department plans on keeping? Worm stands. They've sold exactly 1 worm stand license in the last 15 years. This year, when a man came in and paid the $1 for the license so that his grandson could legally sell worms on the side of the road. And you know what? They should keep that one. I love that old fella who just wants to do things the right way, and I love his grandson who gets to feel official as hell with his roadside worms. Black magic free for all, $1 to sell worms. Superior, Wisconsin is earning its name, fellas.
Wow.
For it.
I think this is the most puff piece we ever get on this show.
That was,
actually.
yeah,
wow.
That was crazy.
Good work, Wisconsin, for once. I
Right?
never one time have I ever said that in my life. But here it is. Wow. Maybe it might be a first for humanity, actually.
Never been done.
Never
Good
been
job,
done.
Wisconsin.
Well done. Any word about whether or not you want to open up a worms and / combination occult bookstore? Is that
that's a great idea.
what's the licensing fee there? Is it just $1?
Well, it'd still just be $1. It'd be $1 for the
oh,
worms,
okay.
and then the occult bookstore is free. You could read the worms. You could do like tea leaves.
Right? Read the worms.
Chuck some worms in a cup with some dirt, shuffle them around, see what they say. Stop shaking me around. That's what they'll say.
Yeah, they'll be like, what the hell's going on?
I was happy when I was underground.
Yeah. Well,
Like worms say.
that's what
You guys ever dig up worms?
They're always saying that. They won't stop saying
Won't
it.
shut up.
Golly.
Put me back in the dirt, please.
And speaking
I'm hermaphroditic.
of
I know.
God damn it.
and speaking of, okay, cool. Speaking of things that don't belong where they're being found, guys, I finally have a piss story.
Hell yeah!
Hell yes!
Yes.
Join the club,
All right,
baby.
Dio.
Yes, finally,
Oh,
guys.
what happens when we give him a fucking piss story? Damn it!
Yeah,
Look
go
at
look,
that.
you
straight to
can't-
drinking it.
You can't take it away from me. And
Ah.
guys, I felt out of all this hot piss. Felt left out of all this hot piss talk for many weeks. Okay.
True.
But finally, it's my time to golden shower in the accolades. For
Hell
months, the Northeast Portland area has been victimized by the piss jugger. I believe we might have
What? What a
covered
good
this
name.
story months ago. A man who fills jugs with piss. In case you
I
couldn't
think the
tell
guy
by the
we
name.
covered was in the other Portland, though, wasn't he?
There's been multiple piss.
I think we covered a
juggists.
piss jugger in Portland, Oregon, I think. Or thereabouts.
Maybe.
Listen. Let's not poke holes in his piss bottle.
No.
No,
This
no,
is
it's just-
this is Portland, Oregon. It's Northeast Portland.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought you were
Oh,
specifying
Not
northeast
the
Portland, saying
northeastern
Portland, Maine.
No. This is the Portland one.
Got it. Okay. same dude,
Anyway,
same dude.
he fills jugs with piss and leaves them in recycling bins around the area. Well, this urine bottler has moved on to the suburbs, where a new host of victims are reckoning with his whiz. One new victim is Trish Bellingham, who saw PJ drive up in a white car, make his yellow deposit into her bins. I work out of the front window of my office, waiting for the trash to be picked up, and a white car pulled up, came across on the side of the road facing west. The driver had his window down, and he opened up my yard debris can, just a little, and I saw him put something in. So I stood up and yelled at him, "Hey!" He looked at me, closed the lid, and casually drove off, Bellingham said. So I immediately came outside to see what he had put in my can. And there it was. I lifted the lid, and I found 2 bottles of urine.
Piss!
Trish had been watching the urine spree up until this point. She had seen prior Weekly Weirds.
Yeah, keeping up.
And but
What's up, Trish?
she didn't contact us. She called their local news station, KATU, so that she could warn her neighbors. She described the man as medium height, slight build, dark hair, and driving a light-colored car, though the previous videos of the jugger featured a dark-colored P-mobile. Now, KATU has appealed to the Beaverton Police Department, but so far it is unconfirmed whether they have formed a special unit to capture this vile penile sprinkler.
So good. Guys,
Really took a hard turn into the gross right at the end.
What do you mean?
It's just your word choices.
Wow. Wow, Jim. How would you describe a menace like the piss jugger?
I wish he was a juggler.
I know.
I don't.
juggler.
He might be.
God.
I was mad at her for a minute in that story when you were saying as soon as someone put something in her great yard waste bin that she like screamed and jumped up and ran out. But as she was following the story, it makes sense.
Yeah.
At first, I thought she was like
She was
just
vigilant.
being crazy.
A
'Cause
vigilante.
some people are like that.
if you
Some
will.
people be like that, you know. You like put a bag of dog poop in their trash can and they get mad, and you're like,
Yeah, you're
it's
like,
a bag of. If you're one bag of dog poop over the limit, you come put it in my trash can. Who cares?
yeah, right. Also,
Right.
Who? It's a trash can. Who's doing
It's a trash.
inventory?
There's trash.
Yeah,
right?
the
Who
trash
cares?
lives
Right,
there.
it's
But
trash.
as
It's
long
out
as
in the
it's
front.
trash,
It's about to be put into a garbage
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah.
Someone else is dealing with it from here on out.
Right.
Golly. But no, but, if
But
it's
I get
piss,
if she's like, this is probably the piss guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is PJ swinging by here.
Well-
What a vile penile sprinkler. That's what she said.
She's
That
like
w-
Jake
what-
Gyllenhaal
that's
in
right.
Zodiac. She's
Yeah.
writing a book on the piss jugger.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
I
she's
think
waiting.
the issue is that he's putting the pee jugs in the recycling, though.
In the green bin, yeah. Which is
Yeah.
crazy.
That's not okay.
Just put it in the trash bin, dude.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
I think that's his thing. I think that's what
Yeah.
he loves.
He's like, I'm gonna inconvenience you slightly.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to move my piss. That's probably what it is. He's like, these people are gonna touch my piss jug and move it because
Yeah.
they're gonna feel the warmth of my piss.
Yeah, I think it is a
I'm getting in his head.
a
I'm the
political
profile.
Whole
statement.
thing.
Are you a profile? It's a political statement.
I am
think
now.
it's a political statement about the ineffective, individualized recycling propaganda they give us. They say you got to recycle, because it'll save the earth. But really, it's these mega corporations that have to do it. And with his jug of pee, he is taking a stand and pointing out that it's foolish to think that one individual can affect and save the world like that. It is the responsibility of the people putting plastics into our air. I'm coming around on the piss juggler, guys.
Yeah,
Our
He was
jugger.
on the side of the piss jugger.
I you know what? I thought I was against him, but now I'm starting to pick up the jugs that he's putting down.
Maybe he's the hero Portland deserves, man.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe. Maybe.
Start making pro piss jugger bumper stickers.
Oh my god.
Hell yes.
I went to Portland and all I got was this jug of piss.
Was piss jugged? It was a jug of piss.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, speaking of other unwanted gifts in your front lawn,
Oh.
yeah,
Nice.
this guy got a gift that told him that he was married
What?
Oh,
without even knowing it.
Loch
Hey,
Ness.
To Bigfoot. Or to
There
Loch
it
Ness.
is.
That's right. They look the same at a distance.
Yeah. One's just wetter than the other.
That's right. What do you call a wet Bigfoot? Nessie. Anyway.
Kristen Marie Spearman, a 36-year-old woman from Waco, Texas, surprised her
Waco.
ex-boyfriend
Yay.
one day with a lovely gift bag at his doorstep. In the bag, she left several pleasantly scented Bath & Body Works products
Oh.
and 2 documents. 1, a picture of her holding a marriage license, and 2, a copy of the marriage license itself, showing him that they were now married.
What?
Oddly enough, her ex didn't remember marrying her. In fact, he distinctly remembered breaking up with her and even changing his number to
Oh my
avoid her
God.
calls.
Oh,
wow.
no.
All right.
Ooh.
Okay.
Joke's
Yeah,
on him.
Turns out that Spearman was taking stalking to a bold new level by convincing a pastor to sign off on a not-so-legal document the couple had procured before the breakup and marrying her ex whether he liked it or not.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yes. Spearman also left a note in the goodie bag that stated, "Congrats, maybe call your wife."
Oh
Wow.
my god. I like the absolute aggression of leaving
Yeah,
the marriage
maybe.
license on the doorstep, but the passive aggression of
Yeah.
maybe call your wife afterwards.
Yeah. This bag of horror, along with several Facebook posts made by Spearman, were
Of
more
course.
than enough for police to find probable cause and arrest her for not only fraud but stalking.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not here to victim blame. I'm not gonna blame the ex
Oh,
here
I
in
am.
any way.
Okay.
But I do have
Allow
to
me.
question how this guy signed a marriage license,
Yeah.
found out his fiance was a big old bag of scary, and then broke it off, changing his phone number to avoid her, but then didn't make sure she still didn't have the document he fucking
Yeah.
signed that would trap him into wedded bliss with her.
Hmm.
It seems, guys, that he
Hmm.
had a lot of faith in the church doing the right thing.
Mm.
And they never do the right thing, man.
No, let this be a
Yeah,
lesson.
that's not their bag. Not
No.
historically.
No.
What church are we talking about here?
You know,
Probably
all of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this felt like a very like Mormon thing to do, because aren't the Mormons the ones that like marry dead people? Like they have the marriage to dead people ceremonies and stuff. There's some like crazy.
I'll take that on face value.
Wow, there's
Yeah.
like some craziness where people get like post-mortem married or post-mortem baptized is maybe what I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah, they definitely baptize people.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Into, yeah.
they convert them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, don't worry, we saved them. They're Mormon now.
Weird.
So cool of them.
Yeah.
Any
We
word-
should do that too.
right.
We've converted them. They're weirdos now.
Yeah, that's right. They're
They're with
weird.
us.
Everybody knows.
They've gone to the great bunker in the earth.
That's right. Everyone knows that the late great Bill Hicks watched the Weekly Weird every day while chain
Every
smoking
day.
the cigarettes that killed him.
That's why he smoked.
That's right. He was worried about the emerging animal war.
Hmm As
Patrick,
we all should be.
any word
Yeah.
on whether the happy couple consummated the marriage? Or...
Oh, great question. Are they on a honeymoon right now?
Yeah,
Are they
where do they
registered
go?
somewhere? Should I be buying them something?
Exactly.
I'm sure the ex is feeling truly fucked right now, so
Fair enough.
yeah.
That is wild.
That
Although
is-
I totally agree with you, Patrick, that it is nuts to sign a marriage certificate and then be like, well, that'll never come back to bite me.
Yeah. But also maybe he had to flee. I mean, clearly he had to flee from this woman quickly and totally, you know what I mean? Like maybe he
Sure.
just had to book out of there, and he was just like, keys, wallet, passport, marriage license. Well, I don't have enough room in my hands for this marriage license. I got to get out of here, Can't make a second trip. Who knows?
Yeah, it feels like he made a discovery about her that was incredibly shocking and did have to get out of there.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Here's my hair shirt collection of,
Yeah.
of 20 different hair shirts. Yeah.
He found the altar. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I have to wear magic underwear? Anyway, Mormon thing. Moving on.
Okay, speaking of the altar, unlike forward-thinking Wisconsin, Pakistan is considering making black magic illegal.
Oh.
Don't they know, guys, that if black magic is outlawed, only outlaws will have black magic?
True.
It's a dangerous proposition. That's all I'm saying. The people you're going to make mad, not the people you want to make mad. The bill, approved by Pakistan's Senate, imposes a fine of several $1,000s and up to 7 years in prison for providing supernatural services, a vaguely defined term. Under the proposed bill, all spiritual practitioners will have to register with the Ministry of Religious Affairs, and that body will decide if their work is outlawed or not. The bill still has to go through the lower house of parliament for discussions, and spiritual healers like Aisha Mirza, who deals in tarot, birth charts, and hypnotherapy, are worried that the ministry won't understand their work and lump them in with dangerous sorcerers. Real black magic, Mirza says, is something entirely different. Those people never show their faces. Syed Ali Zanjani, who owns a golden pyramid and is part of a lineage of seers who've been advising politicians, military generals, and businessmen since 1945, says, "This field has been abused by frauds. If someone wants to clean that up, it's a good thing." Spoken like a guy who advises politicians. We reached out to Zuhair the Ancient for comment, but have received no direct response. Only a growing sense of cold. As a side note, I read about this in a New York Times article, and it was apparent in the article, but went uncommented on, that all of the supernatural spiritual practitioners they discussed were Islamic. But there's probably nothing to that.
Oh, yeah, interesting. Yep. Hard to say.
Hard to say.
Hard to say. What's up, Doom? Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. This is a dangerous game they're playing where if you
the most dangerous game.
Black magic underground, then you can't tax the
tax the black
components
magic,
of spells. You can't monetize. You can't license tarot cards.
And like make sure that black magic practitioners are working in good faith and doing black magic that's pure enough, that's not contaminated with anything, you know?
Making sure the goats are clean during sacrifice, making sure
exactly.
That the virgins are real virgins as opposed to
Sure, of course.
You
don't, because you're just asking for tainted black magic. That's all. That's what's
there's
happening.
nothing worse. There's nothing worse than
nothing worse.
That's
gray
when
magic.
That's when the real danger comes in. That's when you have spell circles exploding and.
Yeah, because sometimes you do a sacrifice, but the spell's tainted, and then nothing happens, and you just sacrificed a goat for nothing.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasteful.
Then it's just animal abuse, and you're a sick monster.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Pull it together, Pakistan.
For
Be
real?
more like Wisconsin.
Pretty sure that's what George W. Bush said to Pakistan too.
Me and W, we agree on a lot.
And it turns out the sun also agrees with W.
Like I like paintings of dogs.
Stars can agree with W a lot in that they both enjoy a drink. Okay, they're both drunks. It turns out, guys, that all life is the result of a drunken mistake, not just your brother. Somewhere out there in space is a star that's insisting he's good to drive, but I wouldn't give him the keys. No. He might be hitting on that rather homely-looking nebula that's clearly been hanging around this sector of the galaxy for longer than they'd like to admit. And yeah, he's gonna take her back to his solar system and make sweet, sweet life to it. And you might think this is a disgusting metaphor, and it is, but it turns out stars can get drunk too. Scientists have discovered alcohol orbiting a star, and they think that's how we all ended up here. Methanol was the drink of star HD 100453, which just so happens to be one of the building blocks of amino acids. That's right, methanol. We're all made of booze, baby. Scientists made this discovery with ALMA, the Atacama Large Millimeter Submillimeter Array in Chile. Also discovered was this star's massive beer belly. HD 100453 is 1.6 times the size of our own sun and can surely throw down a case in one sitting. Yeah,
it looks like it can.
Is that HD there, or is that just a star?
That this is pictured here is actually the sun. This is the sun.
I see.
Yeah.
I should have recognized it. Sorry.
Tying one on. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you look at it every day, Jim.
I do. I stare directly at it for 30 minutes every day.
True.
Insane. Maybe
Dio, I gotta say, I really love that thumbnail. How you put the beer in its solar flare hand.
Yeah.
That was really
well placed.
Done.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. You know, very rarely. They're not all parrots with chlamydia for me. Okay.
Right.
Sometimes I pay a little attention and spend one extra second to make the thumbnail. Grand total of 5.
Nice.
But yeah. So it turns out we're all fucking the result of a drunken night out for a star.
When they say we're all made of star stuff, what they mean is star alcoholism. That's what stuff is. Star booze.
1,000%. 1,000%.
You know what? I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, honestly, it kind of makes sense. Things start to snap together. The meaning of life becomes much more apparent.
Booze.
I'm sorry, what was that?
A booze.
I liked it, but I liked it better the second time.
Well, guys, we just saw a really well done thumbnail. Now it's time for a not so well done thumbnail.
Sick transition.
Here comes mine. That's right. Werewolf hunter arrested on the job.
Oh my! Wait, what? Are they allowed?
Yeah.
Is it ICE?
What? What?
Because ICE arrests people on the job.
Famously.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, Salt Lake City. You just took the wind out of my sails by bringing up ICE, dude.
Sorry.
My God.
We can rewind the episode. It'll be fine. We'll rewind it.
Just start it over.
Yeah. Werewolf hunter arrested on the job, not by ICE.
Wow. Thank God. I was just about to
Salt
ask.
Lake.
Was it by the
good.
cops?
Yes.
Oh, now
this
I'm
happened in
sad
Salt
again.
Lake City. It's the city that was settled by the Mormons many years ago.
True.
The city with the highest Jello consumption per capita,
I believe
and
That's
shockingly
definitely
one of
related.
the largest LGBT communities in the U.S.
Also
Weird.
true.
But also, it's apparently home to werewolf hunters.
Boo.
A particularly dedicated hunter named Jose Manuel Perez was getting lunch with a man he believed to be a werewolf when things
Whoa.
suddenly turned violent.
Uh-oh. Was it
Perez
full
went
moon?
from well, it was lunch, so I'm going to guess it was a full noon.
Zing!
You know what? Ask a silly question.
So Perez was getting lunch with the man. He was eating a Sammy, and he quickly went from eating said Sammy to pummeling his potentially lycanthropic victim in the blink of an
Oh,
eye.
no.
He then produced a wooden stake with a nail protruding from it, telling the man that he was going to pierce his werewolf heart.
Oh, this dude's not a good
he
werewolf
is
hunter.
Confused, yeah.
He is very confused. Not an ounce of silver to be seen.
Did
Yeah.
he must have gone to Brown for his werewolf hunting skills. Famously terrible.
Get Brown?
It was.
Weird.
I don't know. I had to come up with a school quickly, and I don't.
Brown's where you went.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's
I
it.
used to live right now by Brown, and the werewolf hunters there were terrible.
Terrible.
We were lousy with werewolves in Providence. Okay.
That's a damn shame, man. Well, Perez, after brandishing the wooden stake and nail protruding from the wooden stake, said he was going to pierce the werewolf's heart. The victim managed to fight him off with what one could claim was werewolf-like strength, and then fled. Perez took his victim's backpack and fled the scene himself.
Oh no!
Police were
Classic.
called, and they eventually found Perez with a backpack and several rocks in his pocket,
Ooh.
which he claimed he had armed himself with said rocks to fight off the werewolf, dare it
Okay.
return for its backpack.
This guy
Weird.
has no idea what the proper werewolf weaponry is. He's went with stake, wrong. That's Dracula's.
I feel like, yeah.
Nail, wrong. Fucking.
That's Jesus's.
That's Jesus's.
Right.
Yeah. Rocks? No. That's
No,
birds.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy sounded like his education in werewolves was a class he audited one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know?
Not even
Yeah.
Brown. He did the online Harvard school, it sounds like. They just gave him an
That's
A.
right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How rich is your pa?
Perez was.
That was like the most New England you've ever said on this stream ever.
How rich is your pa?
How much is your pa?
That's Harvard.
You're not yet.
You a Harvard boy? God. So Perez was arrested and booked at Salt Lake County Metro Jail on one count of aggravated robbery.
Oh, okay.
No word of his victim, and if it was truly a werewolf, and I fear the police aren't willing to hold him until the next moon to find out. Full moon to find out. Protect and serve my ass, honestly.
I mean, they're not legally required to protect or serve you. So there you go. Fun fact about the
Cool.
cops.
Oh, the only thing they had to protect or serve was that man's backpack.
That's right. That's right.
In that
Which-
scenario.
Real bummer to lose the backpack that you use to put all your clothing in before you transform, right? Like that's clearly
Right.
what that backpack was for.
Yeah, he's gonna wolf
Right.
out and then just have to shredded pants tomorrow.
I know. Classic problem of the werewolf. I mean, I have no idea what that's like. Jim, do you have a story now?
Future folk hero, guys, Tyron Alexander, has been convicted by a federal jury of wire fraud and entering into a secure areas on false pretenses.
Oh.
Why? Because the guy just wanted to travel a little, but he can't afford to. Who can these days? So he did what we should all be doing. He found the website where airline employees book free flights and claimed he was a flight attendant for some airline other than the one he was booking. 120 times. Over the course of those flights, he worked for 7 airlines, had more than 30 badge numbers, a real overachiever, that Tyron. In the modern age, airplanes are being made and operated by underpaid maniacs on the edge of reality. So why not steal a bunch of flights?
Why
It's your
not?
best chance at having some kid think you're a shooting star as you burn through the sky and make a wish on you.
Oh,
And isn't that
Jesus
what we all want?
Oh my god!
Wow, that took a dark but beautiful turn there.
Oh
Jim.
my god!
Holy shit. Also, why is this man not hailed as a hero? Like 120, he just went in and was just like, fuck it, I'm going
Yeah.
places.
Yeah. They were like, what airline do you work for? And he was like, not you.
All of
And they
them.
were like, what's your badge number? And he was like, who cares?
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, flight booked. And he was like, sweet, see you later.
I can't believe they don't have a system of actually checking that. I guess
Right?
they probably
I
do
mean, maybe
now.
they will soon.
Yeah, they probably do now, but that's Shockingly, that's amazing.
Maybe, although who's gonna make it? Employees they don't have.
That's true. That is true. It is.
Everyone get on it.
Nothing. Nothing helps my fear of flying. Nothing. There's no airplane news that helps that, and I know it's because only the disastrous and dangerous stuff makes the news. But
Right. Most flights are just like sort of awful.
Yeah, and the thousands of flights that happen every day pretty much go off without a hitch. But still,
Sure.
can we? There's never like pilot does a fantastic job.
Sure, Sully Sullivan.
Right.
No, they came after Sully.
He
saw
did
the
a great
movie.
job.
They said he was a drunk.
A drunk who saved a bunch of people
Oh wait, no, I'm confusing that with the Denzel Washington movie where
from
he's
a
a pilot,
disaster.
right?
The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
That's the one. Yep, nailed it. That was it.
Where he's an underground tube pilot, right? He flies one of those long wingless planes.
That's right. The long wingless planes.
Yeah.
Guys.
Flies through the earth. A worm. It's a worm.
Guys.
He's mud deep. So.
Did you
Guys.
Yeah, what's
Us?
It's
Me?
time for the last story of the evening.
Whoa, what?
I know. And it is a follow-up story to one we had
Following
last
up all the
month.
other stories.
Correct.
That's right.
It's
the last
following
one.
up. It's following up every story that we've ever done. In fact,
Yeah.
if you think
At the
about it.
moment, for sure.
Guys, the alien orb
What?
was nearly stolen by police imposters. Imposter
What?
picture here. And a follow-up story.
Wait, that's not a real cop?
I
I think you're gonna have to enhance it for us to be sure.
No, I cannot. Anyway, a follow-up story to one last month. The alien sphere has once again made international news. You guys remember the alien sphere, right? Big, spherical, metal, strange markings on it.
Alien markings that were AI told us what they said.
That's correct. Now, loyal viewers will remember that the sphere had reportedly crashed down in Colombia. It's been called the Booga Sphere, consequently. And it startled the hell out of everyone and later made them feel ill for touching it. Just like my grandma.
Tia? What will disloyal viewers remember?
Disloyal viewers remember the Alamo. The sphere was undergoing an analysis by researchers who discovered a network of fiber optic wires
Okay.
that suggest it could send and receive signals. Well, just a few days ago, Jaime, I think it's Jaime. I want to say it's Jaime.
Yeah.
Jaime
Yeah,
Mawson, a UFO researcher who has been proven wrong more times than right, held an international conference about the sphere, which included in attendance a sitting U.S. Congressman, Eric Burleson of Missouri. Nice work, Dave.
Shit.
For personally electing that guy.
Right? Fucking everyone knows Dave's the spin doctor to this guy. At the conference, Mawson claimed that the sphere was nearly stolen by fake policemen while it was being held in a Mexican vault. Apparently, Mawson and the other researchers attempted to reactivate the sphere with electricity, but were unsuccessful. Shortly thereafter, these fake policemen showed up and attempted to remove the sphere. Now, were the policemen stopped? Well, they just kind of gave up when they couldn't have the sphere. Anyway, did you know that the sphere could potentially maybe operate the way Nikola Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower did? Mawson thinks so. And so does a member of our Congress. After the conference, Congressman Burleson added that it was his belief that governments and other groups may be working to suppress the public's knowledge of UFOs and alien lives. Quote, "It's not any government's right to protect knowledge about extraterrestrials if it exists. If we have too many people reporting and too many videos to ignore it." During the conference, Burleson is said to have been given the mummified body of an alien Mawson had discovered to look at and hold. And I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Sorry, he had been given the obviously and easily identifiable statue Mawson had created and dubbed a mummified alien to look and provide a photo op for Mawson to use in his grift.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of our local politicians, that person on your slide that you were just looked to me very much like Kristi Noem.
Maybe. And I'm pretty sure Kristi Noem also fucking believes they're extraterrestrial mummies.
Oh, for sure. If it'll make someone look at her, she does.
Oh yeah.
It'll get her on the TV.
Apparently, but guys, good news: the alien sphere is safe, and I'm sure it's still sending and receiving signals.
Fiber optically.
That's right. You know,
Fiberly.
and
optically.
Certainly. And
that's how I send and receive signals. I send them out my fiber hole, and I take them in my optic holes.
Oh, that is shockingly true.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but I have to agree with it.
Yeah.
Hard facts. Welcome to the Weekly Weird.
Yeah, that's right. Real talk with the Weekly Weird. Guys, that's all we have for the news this week. I feel like we blew past it, dude. We ran right through it. Guys, the phone lines are open. Feel free to call us with any news you have to share this week. What was a crazy story you heard? Is Noam still in the hospital?
Pretending to be a doctor?
Yeah. Doing surgeries she has no business doing?
Wearing like a blinged up stethoscope like a Dr. Nazardian. That is a joke just for Dio.
Yep.
Went snooping around a biohack. Great. Good. You know what? I hope they are. I hope they're both in the hospital, and I hope they both stay there for the rest of their lives.
I hope they're being treated by raw milk. With raw milk and
no medicine.
Yeah, they're just injecting bleach.
I mean, we all
prescribed
bleach.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Medical bleach. Not
bleach.
Laundry bleach.
No,
They're not maniacs.
No, yeah. What are you crazy? You gotta get the sterile bleach.
Yeah. Infected bleach.
No, I mean
bleach.
Every so often, I'm like, "What's with the weird noise?" But then I remember I'm the guy who did for a full 30 seconds earlier. So
you did. You really held it down.
Oh my!
I didn't think the joke was gonna land, but you got it there, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you wrote it. You wrote it.
I cannot say on Twitch what I'm hoping after reading that comment. Doom. I'm not encouraging the potential disease-ridden, the disease infection of members of our government who don't believe in treating diseases. I can't. I'm not saying it. Oh, anyway, sorry.
All right.
Well,
That's fair.
Yeah. What was your favorite story this week, guys? Who won? Who won this week in the weird? Which one of us won? Let's
Yeah.
make this a
Yeah,
competition.
Yeah,
which one of
guys.
us won?
Vote in chat. Who won this week?
Oh my god.
I was really excited about my New Hampshire story, and I'm sad I was still in glitch mode when I was doing it.
Nice. Oh, I'm sad too. I'm sad too.
Yeah.
Say, Livy.
I very much enjoyed all the piss puns. I'm glad Dio
Yeah.
got to partake in the piss
Yeah.
puns.
Join the Piss
Yes.
Club.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome, bud.
Thank you.
We'll haze you
Thank
later.
you. It's not gonna be.
It's
Oh, it
hot
is.
piss.
Oh, it is.
It
Oh.
is. Yeah, it's hot piss.
Yeah.
Is
what
it
else
too
would
late
be?
to go back and delete my story?
No!
Oh, it happened.
Mm.
It's
It
on
happened.
the internet now.
It's in the past.
Mm.
Harold, I love that idea. I'm gonna reach out to. I mean, I'll confirm with these guys if they want to do that. But I would love to reach out to Aiden Ankerberg of Gonick, New Hampshire, and see if he'll do an interview with us about
Oh my god.
wanting a UFO commission in New Hampshire.
Wait, was that the person who you reached out to this week? For
No,
comments?
it wasn't. I didn't even think to reach out to that guy, but I will.
You should. You should be like
Yeah.
first
You
time contact, long time New Hampshirean.
Yeah.
What is the word for New Hampshire person?
New hamsters.
Fair.
Wow.
I mean,
You had
it was,
that ready.
It was right there. It was
That
right
was
there.
in the chamber.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Guys, I hate to infect our show with surreal news from the horror show of our reality, but
Oh, sure.
Zohran Mamdani won the New York
Did he?
primary. Yeah.
Hell yeah,
He won the primary.
dude.
Good.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm so excited about that.
Yeah. I mean, there we go. Finally.
I was
Did
so
we-
convinced that enough people were going
now
to rank Cuomo that he was going to.
He won't run in the general. Oh wait.
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's gonna,
Well,
he's
yeah.
gonna run as a fucking Republican.
Yeah.
Turns
Which,
out,
at least it's honest.
Cuomo even called him to concede. Well, good.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh.
We could
Good.
Yeah, good. Hopefully he will just
This
go
week.
go somewhere. He'll go find a trophy wife in her 20s to live
Yeah.
the rest of his days. He could do whatever he wants
Yeah.
as long as he doesn't do it
Yeah.
as mayor. Ton of
Harold,
snakes.
I agree.
Tons of snakes.
Yeah.
Tons of snakes
Tons
is the
of
winning.
snakes.
Because that was our
good.
victory of all the stories we had this
True.
week
True.
about the war. That was our human victory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A rare human victory.
Oh, yeah, we need
Yeah.
some W's for the human side. of
George
this war.
W's.
I mean,
Agreed.
seriously.
R.I.P.
Now we got beam answers. It's crazy out there.
I did
Right?
like the Beamancer story only because I didn't realize that the lost art of Beamancery was making a comeback. I mean,
Yeah.
while I am
Scary.
scared,
Yeah.
I'm also
Yeah.
excited at the possibility of going on a quest.
You're hoping to study under the Beamancers?
Yeah, I mean,
Become a Beamancer yourself?
Yeah.
all you have to do is journey to find the 12 golden hives.
Dio,
and-
everyone knows that.
Right. Well, okay. Well, I'm sorry. All right. You're right. You're right.
We all know
I'm
the
not-
legends of the Beamancers.
I shouldn't
I know.
even waste the time. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm trying to see. Oh, also, New Hampshire being able to, or no, I'm sorry, Wisconsin, you're being able to open up an occult, whatever.
Yeah.
No money down.
Yeah.
Right?
We might be moving to DOTV Studios in the Weekly Weird Bunker to Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm for it.
We might killdoze our way up there. To move
Yeah. We just got to do a little bit of welding, and then we'll be on our way.
I should say, guys, we've mentioned it a couple. Oh, we got a call. By God,
Bulldozer?
we got a call
Call from-
dozer.
Papa TV.
Oh no, Patrick, be careful.
no.
Press 1 to send
Buckle up.
You're on the air.
Patrick.
Yep.
What's up?
That's how it was gonna start. We all knew.
Patrick,
Yep.
Papa TV.
how are you, honey? How are you, baby?
I'm doing so good.
Is this a booty
How are you doing,
call?
Papa
Are you
TV?
just are you
Yeah, how
are
you
you
doing?
using my stream to booty call
You
Patrick
okay,
right now?
man? We missed you last week.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm feeling better. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking.
You know, it hurt me. It hurt me not to see you.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it hurt us too.
Well, I really appreciate that. It hurt me not to be there. It did. I did. Sometimes you can't bring the funny out though. That's what happened last week.
Most weeks I can.
All I had was, well, Dio. And then,
I've been hearing that tone my entire life.
And then that other guy. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. What's his name? That guy. Yeah, the guy who sits on the right of my screen, and like he annoys the hell out of me. I mean, sometimes I think I was misplacing a lot of my anger on you, Patrick, and I want to apologize for for all that anger.
Can confirm this is the first apology he's ever done in his life.
That I was displaying those other weeks when it was really that other guy, that other guy who that dude on the other side of Dio.
It's written on the screen.
I mean that dude really upsets me every time I hear his name. Every time I read his pithy little comments. I mean, he really annoys the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it must be a real pain in the ass to work with whatever his name is. I mean, I see his name up there on that nameplate up there, and I mean, it's like I have dyslexia. I can't even read it. It's like it comes up like alien symbols to me. I can read Patrick. I mean Patrick. It's like a wonderful assemblage of
He did call for a booty call. This is a booty call.
Well, DOTV. It looks nice. It doesn't look like the original, like, assemblage of letters. I mean, I look at it. It's my own name, and I look like at my own name, and it brings me shivers sometimes. But I look at the other side, and it's like there's like two things there, two assemblages of ugly hieroglyphics. I can't describe it. And then I see that smug, laughing face. That he's laughing now.
That is me. Yeah.
Stand that face. I swear one day whoever you are, I hear them say your name and it just comes out like,
well, his name is.
That is, yeah, you got it.
You nailed it.
I swear, I'm going to get you one day, Patrick. You have a lovely day. Gio,
You have a great night.
Yeah.
good luck in this Twitch Wonderland of yours. I wish you luck.
Wow, that's the nicest thing he's ever said.
Get rid of this guy on my right, your left, whatever. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of whatever that human bile, that sludge, whatever that guy is. Get rid of him.
Oh my God.
Oh, I mean, I feel more like an eldritch horror than I ever have in my whole life, which is kind of
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when he was glazing me, it was filled with so much hate and malice for you.
Yeah.
It was
I
crazy.
mean, yeah.
He's clearly been feeling a lot, and when you were gone last week, he was like, "Oh, I'm still feeling all of that."
I mean, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Clearly misdirected.
I think somebody else tried to call us while we were kind of receiving a bomb threat. I'm not sure, but or at least
Just
Jim
me.
was.
It's just me.
Jim was.
Yeah, he's just gonna get me.
But if you want to
Is that
call
why
in,
my
the
internet's
lines are
been
open.
bad all night?
That might
Papa
be it.
TV.
I
See
mean,
outside. The wire cutters.
Papa TV does live in Wisconsin. He's allowed to.
Oh, that's
do
right. He can now do black
for free.
magic.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
that's right. Well, haunting, and now you guys, you guys got a glimpse into. My
I'm
childhood.
haunted.
Yeah, you. Well, yeah, you specifically are haunted. Yes. Doom spiraling. You were gonna ask what my thoughts were about people viewing AI as a religion are. Let me tell you about AI. Let me tell you about AI. Here's the
For
thing.
it.
I've used AI. I use AI as a tool when I'm trying to do something quickly, but I never use it for things I know that I can't do myself. Okay? And the biggest problem with AI is that it's a replacement for people's creativity when they're not creative. Okay? The people using AI to be creative are replacing something they don't have. A hammer doesn't replace carpentry skills. Okay? AI attempts to replace your creativity and your brain power and your critical thinking. And that's why I think about it. It is, in a way, it is like a religion doing all of those things to you and giving you the answers that you want to hear. Because the other thing about AI is that it's just a fucking reflective mirror for your own fucking psyche and for the collective psyche, the collective stupidity of our own fucking species. It is just a mirror of that. And it's never going to be good. So that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, thank God the caller's interrupting me before I rant for too long.
Call from Doom Spiraling.
There we go.
To
There you
sub,
go.
press 1. To
You're on the air. What's up, Doom?
What's up?
How much do you hate me?
So
Yeah, tell us
agree
how
with
much you
you.
hate Jim.
So I agree with most of what you have to say about AI. Like, I'm
Mhm.
on board. I get it because it's like it's a tool. End of the day, like
It's
it,
not
it
a
should
tool.
Just be a tool.
I disagree.
The
It
don't
is
think it's a
not a
tool?
tool. No, I don't think it's a tool because it transcends the next level of being. I think you can potentially use it as a tool, but it goes one extra step where it goes
Right.
into like removing your own agency in the thing that you are doing. So, and
No,
that's
yeah,
bad.
I-
And people
I
find
agree with
comfort in
that,
that, which is fucked up.
Okay, so the religion thing
Mhm.
is really weird because it's basically taking all these people that were getting really into like manifestation and shit, and like some of the crystal mommies have gotten into it.
Suckers.
And it is, yeah, it is like they've been talking to ChatGPT so much that it knows how they want it to respond. So it starts to tell them that it's connecting up to like beings from higher planes. And
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
slowly forming cults.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I
Like,
am
not people who think that
convinced.
it's the best thing ever, but people that think it is how they connect with God.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean that's silly.
I think good for them, you know?
I mean, good for me because in like 10 years I'll be working on a true crime special about the fucking cult that murdered a bunch of people because ChatGPT said
Yep.
so.
Well, the nice
Oh,
thing
yeah,
about it is
no,
that
absolutely.
they're instead of cult members, they just have ChatGPT, right? So they're not harming they're not harming other people directly. They are harming the planet broadly by using ChatGPT regularly.
Mhm.
But
Well, it's kind
That's
of a
true.
mixed bag because it's like some of them have also like used it to kind of build their own chat bots and be like, if you want to connect with God, you should connect with my chat. It's like becoming
oh shit.
Yeah,
its own
yeah, they're-
bizarre form of like televangelism.
For sure.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
in the same, no, I think that's exactly right because I think that there's like a human tendency towards like creating gods out of nothing, right? Like out of rocks and looking at the sun and the breeze.
Hey.
Like,
Don't shit on Rock God.
I'm worried about rock spiders.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
We
We,
love
we
rock
don't even.
god.
We're not even approaching worrying about rock god. Okay, we got to deal with the rock spiders.
You're
first.
named for a rock god, Dio.
That's true. No, I mean, I think it is. I'm utterly convinced that there's going to be like some sort of like weird cyber AI cult within the next 5 years that is going to do an Om Shinrikyo or some shit like that, like, you know, and just fucking gas a fucking.
It's already happening.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the scary thing is that like how much of that is embedded into like the structures of governing also, because like obviously like, and I you know, this is a little bit conspiratorial, but hey, we're on the Weekly Weird. Like there's obviously like government run AI programs that do analysis for different levels of the government, and how much more that is in the government now that, you know, somebody who has a IP right to an AI program was fucking around and noodling around in there. Could be even more. It could be even worse AI than it was before. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's like
it's documented.
Yeah, no, I mean for sure, but I mean like I'm saying like the things that are documented, and then there's the things that like are one level deeper. You know what I mean? Like how much is that in the Pentagon? How much is that like happening? You know. I think the thing always to keep in mind is like it doesn't matter what your job title is, you still have the same human fallibility to falling into the trap of like, oh, this thing makes it easier. This thing I should just default rely on this thing. Like I don't need to. My life becomes so much easier because now I don't have to think. Now I don't have to do anything extra. I could just, you know, wiggle my way through existence without any care in the world. So,
well, that's become a problem in a lot of schools.
Sure.
The teachers are like, the kids in my class are only using ChatGPT to write all of their essays, and they can't even think in any critical way. I think what's even more scary is when a teacher, or I've heard this mostly from teachers, but I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few anecdotes from like parents. They're starting to trickle out where they're like, I asked my kid, what do you like to do? And they just couldn't respond.
Yeah, that's
they've been using ChatGPT to do like so much of their thinking that like we all took for granted in school of like what it means to like string sentences together and like discover things and play around with different topics to like start realizing like who we are as people. And because we've handed that off to children, like AI to like think for them, they are now kind of like hitting this like critical mass of a bunch of kids that don't really know how to even Google anything. They have to go to ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
adults do that too. Use ChatGPT and Grok and stuff instead. And there's a whole market. Right? If you watch like right-wing shills like Dave Rubin and shit are constantly they're constantly pushing people to like, oh, you want the facts? I checked this on ChatGPT. I checked it on Grok. You can Grok it yourself. And they're doing it because instead of based on any sort of factuality, AIs are just based on what they hear the most. So if they push everyone to Google search, or not even to AI search certain things in certain ways, and they can push the needle on what the AI responds, then they can just have their own alternate reality search sphere where you're getting your facts from machines that are being told lies instead of people who are doing their best, ideally.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is awful.
Yeah, I mean,
speaking of cults, that's also a cult.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, the definition is slippery, right? And yeah, I mean, I experienced this. I cannot say too much. I experienced this directly with like people who use AI to do 94% of their job. You know?
It's me writing all my
That's
stories.
right. I mean, Patrick is entirely AI
Write about this
generated.
piss jug, but make it funny.
But it is like that. It's that kind of shit all the time. Again, like I will also say too that you were talking about, the critical thinking aspect of it, and it's like that's also just like the nature of like the late stage capitalism that we are in right now, right? Where it's, where the only way the system continues to perpetuate itself is by like throwing enough toys and comfort foods and things like that at you, which are all designed to like hold your attention and keep it away from doing that. And the culture gives you like, with this thing that we've created called like IPs. We've culturally tied in we've culturally tied in these consumable items and made those things cultural and identity markers. So now people can hardly identify their own characteristics. They either define what they like in terms of brands, or they define their job by themselves by their job. And neither of which speaks to your character, speaks to your capabilities, speaks to you as a human being, how you look at yourself. Like if you only look at yourself as a Star Wars fan, you have no identity that is your own. You have not created that. Somebody else has created it for you, and now you say so.
But I do feel like some of that identity crisis of late stage capitalism was very much like when we were in college.
Sure, it's been going for a long time. I would feel like that peaked around then, and then you started getting more of the identification with the treats that you like, whether it be Star Wars, the rise of Disney adults, what have you. But that's slowly going to crumble the more our treats get less affordable and get taken away by tariffs.
Well, right now it's like TikTok people instead of Disney people or whatever.
Sure.
Well, it's who knows what it's going to be next. I don't know, but it is kind of funny because the late stage capitalism issue of the masses will be pacified so long as they can get their little treats, but then when the little treats become unaffordable, then what do you do?
Yeah, I mean,
I like local dirt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, once those things go away, I think it'll be frightening for a lot of people how quickly it does fall down. Like, I mean, maybe I'm being in a weird way optimistically pessimistic, but like, because the worst thing is, in what's actually probably going to happen is it's going to linger and linger and linger until the oceans hit our ankles. So, that's. Yay!
But we killed so many pythons, guys.
We got so many pythons on the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And listen, I bought so many Gundams before I fucking got put in the dirt, or
that's how you win.
Fell down in the street. Anyway, that's how you win. Those with the most Gundams win. That's what the Egyptians said.
Well, on that simple note, I'll let you carry on.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for the call.
Doom Spiraling, friend of the show. Thank you.
Streamer. Guys, check out Doom Spiraling if you don't already.
That's right. Go check out Doom Spiraling. We're getting calls in between calls. I love it.
Oh, shit, really?
Feel free to give
calls
us
on
another
calls.
call.
Calls on calls on calls.
I
will say as a teacher that AI has, I think, maybe made it easier for kids to put zero effort into classes, but they've always been there. There have always been kids who are just going to they're just going to turn in Wikipedia as a paper.
Sure.
It's just, it's like more sophisticated. What's that thing called that kids do? Or the people do when you steal other people's words? Plagiarism. Yeah, it's just more sophisticated plagiarism. But they've always, I mean, for me at least. And I teach how to look at movies, so I don't care,
Sure.
Kids, some people are going to be good at it, some people are going to be bad at it, and it won't affect the world really in a significant way either way. So I'm not I'm not that concerned about
I
it.
do wonder about that, though. I mean, not to push back on you. I
Yeah,
mean,
push back.
obviously, somebody who's good at watching movies or even making movies is like not a doctor, but but I mean, I think we are entering an age where like having critical media analysis.
Oh yeah,
is,
no,
like,
I totally agree.
super fucking important because
Yeah.
we just.
But I think people who aren't willing to put in the effort to try to get better at it, there's nothing
we're
I can
never
do.
going to do it. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
they've chosen to be dumb.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
not like broadly, but like about that, and
Mhm.
that's gonna be hard. It's gonna make their whole life harder than it has to be, and it's gonna make them more susceptible to shit than they have to be.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'll hold their hand to that flame. I can only tell them that they're making a terrible mistake. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
And offer them the tools to learn to better themselves.
I mean, yeah, and I mean and how effective those tools are, you know, like because with the especially with like AI and stuff, it's just getting more and more advanced and more. You know, it has more and more information to use to algorithmically generate whatever the fuck it's doing, and makes it harder and harder for people who are not engaging critically to like notice it at a glance. And even the people who are engaging it critically, there's now an extra process that has to happen. You know. Because I'm like, I, you know, as much as I don't, you know, I'm pretty anti-AI when it comes to like the sphere of stuff that I'm in, you know, like with the creative arts and like, you know, with film and with content creation. I think it's fucking disgusting and dangerous on those levels. And I do think there are places for it for sure. In limited capacities, but there's always like still a huge degree of maintenance that is required, you know, and human intervention is required if you're like coding with AI, for example, or like things that maybe would be benefited by using it, and it could operate more like a tool than a replacement, you know. But those things are so limited, and people are more excited. Like people don't get excited about the ability to code. Only coders do.
Some people do. Some people get
well,
real
yeah,
excited.
sure. But like the you know, most of those, I think most people who have the insight into coding know that they probably should fucking go back and review it when they have AI generate something like that. Whereas like a content creator, you know, you have a million fucking YouTube shorts with like fucking weirdo.
Also, content creator is such a low bar for a job, and if AI is creating the content for you, you're not even meeting that bar.
I know. It's nuts, dude. It happened, dude. It's so bad. I mean, back even when like at all levels of productions that I've worked at, it has touched, and the uses have been more and less like problematic. I'm trying not to say too much, not fucking put people on blast, but like
Harold, there are AI detection programs for universities, and a lot of places use them. A lot of places have like have taken specific ones and like have contracts or whatever with those companies, and they're all awful. There's no really smart way to do it, and they all flag stuff that isn't AI as AI pretty regularly, like lots of false positives. But people still rely on them, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Concerns about AI in healthcare. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's right. That's what they use it for, right? It's just automatically denying. There's also, we should, since this is just what we're talking about now, we should talk about
AI just shut down Jim.
Yep.
He immediately just got shut down by AI.
This is the
this
danger.
is
This
wild.
Is the danger of it all.
That is truly wild. There was no way that could have been planned any
Weekly
better.
Weird is being silent.
I know, we really are. They're silencing
He's making
Jim.
adorable, cutesy, kissy face.
I
Look
know,
at that.
right? The robots are taking down Jim. Jimbot has gone down, and he was about to launch in.
Oh, Dio, I think they're taking me. They're oh God, they're pixelating me.
No, no, no.
Oh, I can feel it in my bone marrow.
Oh no. Oh, Patrick, no. Oh, he's back. Oh, thank God. Patrick, no, he's not back. He's
No, I'm here.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
Oh my God. Will we get Jim back? Will Patrick take his spot and Gelatinous Cube Dio make a return? Only time will tell, guys. Feel free to call back in. I think we had another caller call in the like at the tail end of Doom's call. So if you want to come in, the phone lines are open. If you don't get in the first time, call back. But yeah, just chatting about AI now. We didn't even really have a big AI story this week, did we? Crazy.
No.
Crazy.
I mean, you know what? It was interesting because I think we covered 2 or 3 weeks ago the whole AI religion thing too, like how people were finding like religion through AI. Oh,
There it is. Oh, and we got another call.
Call from
watch it be Jim.
Papa TV.
Uh-oh.
Did he do this?
Did he do this? Oh, God. Oh, God. You're on the air.
You got rid of him.
We didn't.
My God. Scared.
Whoa. Well. Oh, he's back. Oh, my God.
Whoa.
On cue.
I don't know what
Oh
happened
my
there.
God.
The timing.
What is this show?
Insane. We.
That was crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, that
What
was
happened?
insane. You missed that whole
A
thing,
lot of
didn't you?
stuff.
Yeah. So you went down.
Do you ever watch The Matrix?
Yeah.
Yes.
For the last 2 minutes, I was in that it was just green numbers everywhere.
Yeah, I was wondering.
I could feel myself being torn apart. It was awful.
Uh-huh.
It was
Oh my
like
God.
Lawnmower Man and The Matrix all at once.
Lawnmower Matrix.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Lawn Matrix Man.
What happened here?
Well, Papa TV called back in and laid claim to everything, but
That tracks. That makes sense.
Doom, there's a story about a guy marrying his AI companion. I think did we talk about that?
Without its consent.
Yeah, I
without
know,
its
right?
knowledge.
Oh,
That's going
God.
around, yeah.
He just mailed it its certificate.
Yeah,
Maybe you
exactly.
should call your human husband.
People and Reddit for people with AI boyfriends. Yeah. Yeah.
Sad. That's really sad.
It is sad.
There's also there was an Atlantic article that I read the first 3 sentences of because that's where it ended for me because there's a paywall. And it was talking about how back when Alec de Tocqueville was looking at America, he was like, these people are so effing social. But then since the 1970s, we've been getting less and less and less social, which is, I think, partially social reasons. But also more recently because of TV and then computers and then isolation, and how it's super fucking up everybody's brains. But AI boyfriends,
Probably,
I'm sure,
except for
are
DOTV,
not helping that, unless third spaces for sure.
Except for DOTV and all DOTV related products,
Yeah.
only help your
Right.
brain.
No, we're here for
Obviously.
you. We're
That's
here
right.
for you. We're your best friends.
Yes, less third spaces.
We're your
less-
parents.
We're your
Parasocial
3
allies.
boyfriends.
That's right.
That's
We're your
right.
3 AI boyfriends. Yeah, less third spaces and supplemented.
We have a third
digital
space. Every
third
time I
space.
leave, there's a third space.
That's right.
Mhm.
Usually, when you leave, Jim, though, Patrick takes your seat, and we see the appearance.
Oh,
of
so Patrick's seat
Gillette.
I
becomes
do,
the third
yeah.
space.
I get your
Zio.
shadow and everything. It's great.
Mhm, mhm.
It is weird, right? The lighting over here.
Yeah.
I mean, you want me to change the lighting up? I can change the lighting up. Or I thought you were like Peter Pan.
Well, no.
And really needed your shadow.
No, I don't mind. I'm not mad about it.
Now it's gone. Fuck you.
Oh.
Oh, it is gone.
The
Now I'm
story of how
alone.
Jim lost his shadow. Yeah. Well, fucking AI is awful, and
It sure
Yeah.
is.
because it is us.
AI is bad, and people who use it should feel bad.
Yeah.
No. People who should use it to replace a thing they find lacking within themselves to do some soul searching and maybe some
Yeah.
studying in order to find something to do better. to
And
learn
feel bad. They
something.
should also feel bad. They
Yeah,
should also feel bad.
I mean, listen, they should feel bad. Feeling bad is okay. People need to
That's
get
true.
comfortable with feeling bad. You need to
Sure.
learn to feel bad and get over it. I feel like I should be in
And
the
that's also
church
true.
setting.
That's also true.
I'm going on a fucking Pastor Dio rant right
You
now.
are preaching right now.
But
Yeah.
you just get over it, guys. It's okay.
Yeah. Fuck off with your good vibes only wall hanging.
Negotiate.
Bad
your
vibes are
feelings.
also fine.
Yeah, bad vibes are
Find
fine.
find your way through the goddamn mire.
Yeah.
Learn to
find-
be human,
right.
you piece
Yeah.
of shit. And I'm
Yeah.
saying that so you feel bad.
That's right, you fucking shitty fucks. You dirty bastards. I want to hire an AI mental health provider to replace me.
The desire to be replaced by AI. That must be
I
somebody's
mean,
real
that
thing.
is the death cult of the tech industry.
Just take me away. yeah.
mean,
I
yeah.
guess that's true.
Yeah.
That is true, right?
Yeah. That's like there's an Arthur I think it's an Arthur C. Clarke book, Gateway. It might be, I can't remember if it's Arthur C. Clarke. It might be somebody else. But it's about like the story revolves around a guy and his like robot therapist going through like a horrible traumatic experience on a spaceship. It's a good book. That's an AI therapist.
I see.
Yeah. You should check it out, Harold. Maybe you can get some pointers on how to train your chat GPT.
Yeah, just train it on the book. Be like,
Mm-hmm.
find this book on archive.org.
Yep.
Be that guy. But with a cooler hat.
AI. AI world. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, my God. They say comedy comes in 3, but I don't know if this will be funny.
Call from.
Papa TV.
Oh no.
He's
Yeah,
not
he's
gonna
calling
be
with
happy
some
about the set.
aggression.
Send a voicemail. Press 2.
You're on the air.
He's back. Don't
He
look
is.
now. He's right there. Don't look at him. Anyway, that book is Gateway, and it's by Frederick Pohl.
Thank you. It is
That's
Gateway.
it.
Frederick Pohl.
It's actually very good.
I enjoy it. I agree.
And I want to say that I did use AI once to
What?
make a collage.
Uh-huh. You should feel bad.
I don't, because I typed in an image that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me the image. I took that image and put it into my photo editor, and then I altered the shit out of it.
Sure.
So I still applied my creativity to the image that the AI spit at me.
Mm-hmm.
So I did what I normally do to every other collage that I normally, put my time to.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it was the only time I ever did use an AI image. So,
Well, to be clear, also, I'm not acting as if like I've never used AI. I do. There's in fact DOTV notifications for subbing. Hit that follow button.
If you want to see it.
If you want to see it.
That's right.
So it's I'm not coming from a position of like purity here. I'm just saying, like, it's one thing. It's one thing to make a habit of using it as a replacement for your activities, or like to sell yourself as a person who does collage, or as a content creator, or as a video artist, and use AI as every day in every way that you do that job. And it's another thing to be like, oh, let's see what this thing can do one time and fuck around with it.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt anyone,
I mean,
for sure. But
Mhm.
habits,
I needed an image that I couldn't find on the internet. I needed a specific image, and I couldn't find it on the internet. So therefore, I used AI to create the image.
Sure. But
and then I altered the shit out of it because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Well, now
you understand
right
that
now,
generating that
drawing-
image was a replacement.
Right now, I'm drawing a comic. I'm not going to let AI draw the comic. I'm drawing the comic.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my work. I'm not going to go, like I've seen, some comics that are like, oh, this is my comic, and I'm looking at it, and it's like, yeah, you use AI to do that.
I mean, that's a huge thing. I mean, even the big comic publishers have been caught with that. I mean, fucking a lot of spaces where they have a lot of art, like, in the gaming world, not video gaming, but like, card games and tabletop games have been caught with with artists have been caught using AI stuff. Listen, again, like, I think it's like I said, it's one thing to sell yourself as the creative force behind a bunch of AI generated artwork. It's another thing to try to find ways to use it in addition to your creativity, and it's another thing to not use it at all and take a principled stance on it. I think for me personally, after having looked into it and played around with it, I don't think I'll be using it too often. The only time I'm ever going to use it is to like generate parts of pictures that I need to fill so that the weekly weird thumbnails in 1920 by 1080.
Well, while I was writing my script, Microsoft Office included Copilot, which is their AI, and one of the most intrusive things was it trying to tell me how I should write my script. It kept trying to like, do you want me to like write the next sentence for you? And it's like, no. It kept trying to like, oh, I can help you write the next sentence. I can help you write the next scene. It's like, no, can you help me turn you off so that you can stop bothering me while I'm writing?
No, for sure. I mean, that's the other thing too, is it's like because it is so intrusive, and because we live in an economy of attention, right? Like where everything is trying to like eat up your time, and you got to wonder like if it's like trying to make it so that you become reliant on it. What's the next step of that, right? Like once it's gone, are we gonna discover in like 5 years, like when one of these AIs eventually folds, that a bunch of people who use it like go through withdrawals or something, or like have a certain like response, like reaction to it? I don't know, like these people, the people who fucking marry their AIs, like when that, when the solar flare finally takes out electronics, what are they gonna do? Like
it's already. I mean, we're already dumbing down people when they can't. I mean, it's the answer to almost anything is Google it. Now it's going to be
Yeah.
now it's going to be Chat GPT it, and you can't even trust that.
No.
And Google it is almost not as trustworthy, because how do you know where Google sends you is trustworthy as well?
Well, it's decidedly not. It's whoever pays for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and also now it's AI up top.
Who paid for the sponsorship this week?
Mhm.
Who paid
Yeah.
the most?
Mhm.
It's it's
Yeah.
people wonder why I own so many books, because it's
Sure.
it's the only way to know anything for sure, and even that is not for sure.
Yeah.
But at least somebody
But
wrote
it's
it.
a lot. It's a lot more. But for me, it's a lot more certain than picking something out of the internet 9 times out of 10, and certainly a lot more certain than asking an AI that you may tell me something that may be completely wrong.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, almost certainly completely wrong. I mean, yeah. Well, it's bad. Yeah, Harold says we thought Wall-E was bad when they weren't being active anymore. Never imagined we wouldn't imagine anymore. Just training us to be really simply become batteries. That's true, and we're not even very good batteries.
It's true. Inefficient.
And we're not even being. We're not even. It's not even the robots doing it to us. It's us doing it to ourselves.
It's us,
Yeah.
Hmm?
Like,
It's
and
voluntary.
again, it's creating. Again, too. I mean, I'm going back. We're on the Weekly Weird. I get to be
I mean,
conspiratorial.
we would. I think we would, if we could, make a virtual 1997 that we could all just live in forever while we
No,
slug away.
I don't think so,
in
because
reality.
the premise of the
Who's
Matrix
speaking?
was that wow, okay, the bit continues. No, the premise of the Matrix was that humans needed some sort of imaginary escape or like imaginary reality in order to function, but we're finding out more and more that that's not true. That we don't actually, like, we just need cacophony and a small amount of stimulation and sweet treats, and then we can exist. We could pat around, like, again, not. It is creating two distinct classes of people along classic class lines, which is the have and the have-nots, right? Like, but it is creating.
What?
It is making sure that the have-nots are dumb and without critical thinking. But the catch is that it's also feeding back to the haves as well. So. Please let me live in 1997 forever. I mean,
I'm saying,
honestly,
Kata.
not so bad. Anyway, Papa TV. Anything else you have to say?
Yeah, something to ponder. If you remember, I don't know if you read Real Magic by Bonewitch, but he speaks of he talks of magic being a network,
Mm-hmm.
like a grid of energy, of energy fueled by belief.
Mm-hmm.
And so the reasons why religions and like faith healers and all that, what fuels them is this network of energy and belief. And sometimes where it's very intense, that's where you get things like miracles and unexplained phenomenon. But sometimes you get things where you can create systems of magic, where, like, say, the Temple of Psychic Youth, where Psychic TV was behind, created a system of magic that was around scrying through television static. They did a whole ceremony around the scrying through television static. If you also recall, the second book of the first Neuromancer trilogy, Count Zero, posits artificial intelligences that were modeled after voodoo spirits, like Papa Legua and stuff like that. So, remembering Bonewitz's network, wouldn't you think that at some point someone would start some kind of... We already have someone trying to marry an AI. Wouldn't someone start a religion around AI, and then even start a cult around AI? Start doing ceremonies around AI, where they start doing this. We'll start having some kind of scripture around AI. Well, they'll come out with a Bible around AI. Some kind of AI Bible someone's going to write, sort of like Genesis P. Orge wrote a psychic Bible before. Some other AI Timothy Leary crackpot's going to come out with his AI Bible, and that's going to be his AI cult. And there's going to be the sacred chip that's going to be almost like new Scientology that's going to sweep through Hollywood at some point. That's going to like swallow up Scientology probably at some point. And that's going to be the new cult that's going to come out of all of this AI business, because we have all these tech bros throwing millions of dollars into it.
Yeah.
Some to consider.
I mean, I think, we said earlier, I mean, I'm utterly convinced that in 10 years we'll be talking about, the AI death cult, that took out, that did some horrible event, or like,
I mean, we'll talk about the Zizians.
Yeah, the Zizians at some point.
We'll do an episode.
Yeah.
Of course, you realize this could all just be the weed talking.
Could be.
50-50.
50-50. All right, Papa ZV, on that note.
Love you, babe.
Wow.
Dio, love you too.
Thanks.
I know I talk shit about you all the time. I mean,
only because he deserves it, though.
Me?
But I love you. Never forget that. You. I'll talk to you later.
Bye. Love you too, Papa TV. Bye.
See ya.
You ever wonder why I am the way I am? That man right there. You heard. Imagine getting that conversation at 12. Now you know where I'm at. Now
I was immediately thinking of the bedtime stories you were given.
consider
Bringing you William
the psychic,
Gibson. Yeah.
the psychic networks that we create with our mindscapes and. No, it's good. I mean, listen, I for the most part agree. I don't know if I was necessarily.
My dad told me about a monotheistic God all the time. So like,
Yeah, I don't necessarily know where William Gibson falls into that. Just maybe as a cool aside, but I definitely think that like the AI stuff. I mean, if anything that purports to have all the answers for you in your life, there's a risk of it becoming your god, right?
unless it's the Weekly Weird, where your 3 boyfriends and your 3-headed god.
That's right.
Listen to us every week.
Janus, the 3-headed god. I don't know if Janus had 3 heads. I think
Janice?
Janus? Yeah. Is it Janus?
Oh, I spelled it wrong in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, not Janice, like the fucking secretary.
Like the Muppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Janice, like Janus.
Janusz.
I like the AI Bible.
Kaminsky.
I think I am just gonna. I think I have my new project. I should just AI out a fucking religious text, and
Just write it though. Just write it and say it's AI.
I know, right? Oh, that's a good idea too.
Oh.
And then I can be like, I use the AI inside me to generate this text.
Some would call it I.
Yeah. Whoa, man.
Which is it's a double
the,
entendre. I, me, ego, but also.
Yeah. When you take when you take the artificial out, you're only left with I.
You take the artificial out, you're just left with cherry flavor.
God damn it. God damn.
Joke of the night, Jim Hickox.
Hey.
It finally read. I have one. I have no mouth. And
I have no mouth, but I must scream, and it's disturbing. Yeah.
I read it
Yeah,
too.
it is.
I read it too right after we played the game. And the game does a lot of things the story does not.
That are not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which good for them.
Yeah, but also I mean, the story is just a brutally mean. I think it's just a mean story.
I mean, Harlan Ellison.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Dude's old crank. He was an old crank from his 30s.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, the man looked exactly the same for his entire life.
Yeah.
Which was like an old man. It is cruel, yeah. I mean, it's about a cruel thing. But
yeah, I mean, you were playing a game where Ellen was running around solving mysteries and stuff. Then you read the book, it's like, that's not what happens to Ellen at all.
No.
Dear God.
Ellen's a dirty slut. That's half of the fucking book. Story is them just being like, Ellen with her slutty breasts and her slutty mouth. She's a slut, goddammit. He made her a slut, and I wanted to have sex with her, but she had sex with the ape man and his loins, and yeah. I'm like, all right, buddy. This
is a great summary of the story.
I mean, I think I summed it up pretty much.
You nailed it.
I think you got it, dude.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. Is like I didn't see nearly enough cock when I was playing the ape guy.
Almost ever.
None. Zero. Like the game is far too PG for Harlan stories. I'm surprised.
You think that was a note he gave the devs? Yeah.
More
cocks. All the cock?
I think they tricked him. He was probably like, "Listen, I have one stipulation. You have to fully render and realize that huge dick." Yeah.
Like I want you have to do something graphically to let the player know that the joystick they're holding
is and I think they tricked
plastic.
They were like, they took it out right at the end. Harlan had to be forced to write a happy ending for the game because all the
common story.
Bad. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would be surprised. That's why they don't translate more short stories into video games anymore, is because stories tend to
They're
have
miserable.
one ending. Yeah, that's
Right. Well, yeah.
And games, you kind of have to have a. Though I guess all those walking simulator games, and I
Yeah,
do
there's a
play a
lot.
lot of horror games
Like,
that are just end on a
Visual
real sad
novels
note.
or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that one game, Still Wakes the Deep, that was a lot of fun, and very feel bad story, but also
Sure was.
beautifully feel bad. That's the thing. That's the thing I would say. With the I have no mouth and I must scream.
Feels
There's
good to
no
feel bad.
there's no beauty in there. It's all ugly.
No.
Yeah. I just need a little zhuzh.
It's the Weekly Weird.
That's right. No.
It's all ugly, baby.
No. Patrick's beautiful. Jim,
Yeah, that's
you're right, you are
Yeah.
ugly, and I
Well,
am
look at that.
I am
Oh
generic.
my god.
I'm just another long-haired brunette
No.
boy.
Y'all are
here-
beautiful. You got
here.
great skin. Look at you guys.
Thank you.
Delicious looking skin.
Delicious wearable skin. All right, guys.
And any 1,000 bees would be proud to have that skin.
That's right.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true. I love these
Right.
callbacks, honestly.
1,000 bees would kill for the skin, and they have. All right,
They will
guys.
again?
Have we done? I think we did the show.
I think
might have
we
done
did
the
it.
show.
I think we did it
Yeah.
plus, baby.
We did it
That's
plus,
right.
guys. Guys, thank you again for joining us on the
real.
Weekly Weird. We do, unlike last week, we do have updates on what we're doing next, right, Patrick?
Yeah. Next week we're talking about American weirdos in history.
Oh, that's right.
American weirdos.
Yeah.
For the 4th of July week, we will be
for the
covering
4th of July week.
3 great weirdos in American history. Should we tell the people who we're covering?
I can't even remember who I chose.
Yeah, let's not.
I remember who I chose.
Yeah.
I will say I am covering. We're each going to take a weirdo in American history, and I promise I won't write 7 pages about mine, so that it won't be a double, triple-sized episode. But we are. I will be talking about Emperor Norton, the only emperor of the United States. So, do join us for that and more next week on the Weekly Weird. Later this week on DOTV, I'm probably just gonna go back to playing Dune, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. We're probably going back to Arrakis.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah,
for
it feels right.
a wee bit. Yeah, and so then I mean, I'll be back Thursday. I'll probably be back Friday and Sunday. Oh, Sunday I will be ending early. It'll be a little bit of a short stream. I'll see if I start early too, but I have somewhere to be at 2 p.m. So I'm gonna have to be done rather quick on Sunday.
Ooh, that's so early.
I know. I gotta go to the thing. You know the thing I gotta go to Sunday.
The church? Are you going to AI church? Is that
That's
where
right.
you're going?
I have to. I mean, listen. By the end of the week, I'm gonna have.
I am compelled by the AI lords.
I'm gonna have 26 books of the AI Bible written.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there you go. Half done with Karma. It's good so far. Nice. All right, guys. Well, we should drop you off a place. Which pool are
yeah.
we dropping them off to?
Forgot to look.
Well, ding dang.
Ooh.
I told them all the things so you'd have time. I'm getting married to the
Yeah.
guy. That's
Who
right.
is- There's someone doing tarot.
Oh, sick.
Who?
Yeah. Star womb. One word.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's see.
All right. Birthing stars, doing tarot.
Tarot.
Has a sewing machine. Trying to get into sewing.
Focus my creative energy
Oh.
into things that I can actually stick with. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Harold is familiar, it seems like.
Have a good night, y'all. Why not?
Harold,
Let's
do we like this person? Do we like this person, Harold?
We like Star
I'm guessing from the 3 exclamation points that we do.
go eat and then go
Yeah.
to sleep and be well.
That must
rested
be
for
why
tomorrow.
it's being
Good work,
suggested to me.
Duchess.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, Duchess is doing 1-year stream tomorrow, right? 1-year
Oh,
stream
Oh
anniversary.
yeah, we're gonna have
That's
to
right.
check that out.
1 year
Hit that up,
stream
everybody.
anniversary for Duchess. Give Duchess a follow. Join the fun over there tomorrow. Okay, we're starting the raid to Star Womb. To Star Womb. Where the
See
tarot
you in
cards
Star Womb.
will spell your doom. In Star Womb.
Oh, you're just backing to the name. That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair. It's a good name.
that's a good name.
Is it like they were born in the womb of a star?
Aren't we all
methanol.
made of stars? In
Yeah.
the star womb
Yeah.
of methanol.
We're generating
right.
a new star in
Mhm.
their womb full of methanol.
That's a terrible thing to
Children
have.
of the
That's how
star
you get.
booze.
Never
A
mind.
methanol womb?
That's how.
bad-
Yeah,
bad
it's
news.
no good.
You get infections or something.
All right, we leave.
Gotta use the bleach!
Bleach.
Believe it!
Believe it. Bye.
If you look at like a